but they don't eat meat. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. Do you eat? Do you have a
Okay.
spe- Do you have a special diet, Hayden?
Yeah, I'm vegan actually.
Okay. So you see what I mean? I guess I don't know. I don't know if I could do that though. I'm like, I don't know if I could not eat meat. I guess I could try. It's all about discipline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Hayden, uh what kind of childhood game was your favorite game?
Uh, I don't know if you guys have 30 seconds, but I used to love that game.
No, tell me about it. What's 30 seconds?
So 30 seconds is you actually have 30 seconds and you get these cards, right? That
Hmm.
have either people's names or like the name of a game or an animal or something. And you have to like give them clues as to what they are. And then if you get the name or the word, you get a point. And
Okay.
the goal is to finish both sides of the card.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that game. That's pretty interesting. It uses your brain. I used to love playing games when I was a kid. I mean, even now, like if we on during the holidays, I always will pull out a game for all of us to play. It's good. It's interaction with each other, right? To play with each other, to have friends, to build relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think a
Do
lot
you
of people play. A
wanna
lot of people like to play games by themselves. Do you play games now?
I do play video games sometimes.
Do you? Okay.
Do you want to see my drawings?
That's beautiful. Wait, hold on a second. Let me see. Good morning, Air Force Ones. I see you down there. Sometimes this TikTok be bugging. Sometimes you don't know if people really want to come up here or not.
Hmm.
Do you ever go live on your own, Aiden?
Yeah, I do. I
Oh,
just
okay.
haven't done it in a while. But next time I do, I'll send you an invite.
Oh, please do. I would love to. I'm trying
Yeah.
to open up this bag. I'm trying to open up this bag for like the last 10 minutes and can't fucking open it. It's getting me frustrated. Those vacuum seal pack that you have to sit there and try to. It's like you got to squeeze them to get them like I guess like a Ziploc bag. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
open it and it's not opening up for me.
Do you want to see my drawings?
Yes, please. Let me see, honey. I love your talent.
So
Let
this
me
is the
put you in the big
one.
box for a minute.
Oh,
You
this
drew
is the
that,
one.
Hayden? That's beautiful.
Yeah, I did draw it.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Let me ask you,
I apologize.
is
I
it hard?
apologize for the watermark, but I have to do that because like sometimes people screenshot and like steal your work.
Oh, I get it. No, I completely understand that. It's strange how people do that shit, but they do. So let me ask you something. Is it easier to draw it first and then put it on a tattoo, or is it easier to just draw it on a tattoo? Like how easy is it to replicate that?
Oh, it's easier to just draw it and then print the stencil.
Okay, and then you just follow the stencil when you put it on the tattoo. When
Yeah,
you skin. Got it. Okay.
yeah. Here's
And
the
but
other one.
I love that. It's so pretty. I love those. What are they? Doves or birds? Kissing birds? What are these? What kind of animals are?
They're birds. That's about all I know.
She says they don't know what type of bird. I get it.
I don't
I
know what
love it
type
because
of
they look like
bird.
they're kissing each other. Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty.
I thought this one was pretty cute.
No, that is very pretty. I love that one. It's
Thank
adorable. It's
you.
like a little girl.
Yeah,
Oh, I like that one too.
yeah. So this is the last
What's the
one.
inspiration on all these?
Oh no, I just sometimes I get like reference pictures and stuff like that, and I just do what I can, if
Okay,
that
well,
makes sense.
no, of course, no. Whatever's in your mind, you have an imagination. I love it. People don't have an
Yeah.
imagination anymore.
Yeah, so it's like I picture something and then I get like references and then I kind of just do
Just
it.
throw
I
whatever's in
don't
your
know how
head.
to, yeah, I don't know how to explain the process.
No, but sometimes things don't need to be explained. Sometimes you just have to just do it, right?
Mm.
I'm still struggling with this damn thing, Aiden. This fucking this back is driving me crazy. And I
Is
don't
it
want to
pissing
cut it
you
because if
off?
I cut it, then I'm not gonna be able to reseal it.
Oh, I'm sure it's pissing you off.
It is really pissing me off, especially it's 5 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm trying to do this. I was on live yesterday from 3 o'clock in the morning all the way till 11 o'clock in the morning. I ran
Damn.
my mouth the whole entire damn time. And so I was trying to debate if I wanted to go live today. And I said, fuck it, let me just go on. Good morning, Rico.
Hey, good morning.
How are you
Hi,
doing this morning?
Rico.
I'm good. I'm on here looking for some boy coochie.
Oh, you looking for what?
Some boy coochie.
What is some boy coochie?
Yeah.
Do you see any boys here?
I don't know, in the chat maybe.
Oh, okay, okay. So if anybody is a boy in the chat that's looking for some coochie or wants to give up some coochie to Rico, Rico is right here. Please follow Rico, and so you could give him some boy coochie.
Thank you, girl.
Oh, anytime, Rico. Anytime. I love to help. I love to help out. I'm a
What y'all
helper.
talking about?
We were talking about your favorite game. What was your favorite game when you were younger?
Monopoly.
You said Monopoly?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. I love Monopoly. Even though Monopoly could be a long ass game. You could play Monopoly for hours.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning. Do you have boy coochie?
What?
Hey,
I'm
boy
sorry.
coochie.
I thought Rico was up here. Rico was asking if there was
Oh,
anybody in the chat that had boy coochie. I was wondering if you had any because you came up.
no, I just wanted to stun you guys with my beautiful voice, and
Oh,
I love that you say what was your favorite game. It was Echo the Dolphin on Sega.
I
it was a
remember
video game.
Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you? Are
Mm-hmm.
you? All right. So, have you ever play like a board game or like something that with
Oh
other
my!
people?
Oh, my favorite board game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not a video game. I'm old. I don't play video games or never did actually.
I'm
But
old too, and I play video games, but I like to
I
get
love.
down on some board games as well. That's when we get into the really, really, really dealness of it.
Yeah, just strategizing.
Honestly, I'd have to say
Operation.
it's honestly, it's smoking a lot of Zaza and playing Monopoly or Uno. Does that technically count as a
Oh
board
no.
game? I'll smoke you in any card game. Like if there's cards involved on a board game,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my best.
No, I know, because I think that you're strategizing, right? You got to use your mind. You got to think about it. You got
Well,
to
I mean,
see
but I'm
what other
autistic.
person,
So
what
no,
kind
I'm
of cards the other
autistic,
person
so
has.
I don't use my mind. I'm autistic, so I don't use my mind.
Okay, but that's it. You're not using your mind when. I thought autistic people usually use their mind all the time.
Yeah,
They're
no,
more mind
it's fucking,
than
it's
emotion.
hell. It's absolute hell. It really is.
To what? To use your mind? I'm
Yeah.
lost. I thought
What do
okay,
you
because
have?
I thought not
You
really.
got Asperger's?
But I thought isn't that
My
more of an
man hit it
emotional
on the
thing?
fucking money right there. Yes, I do. I do have Asperger's. That is the form of autism that I have.
No, a lot of people do nowadays. I've noticed. I mean, that's actually what got me into teaching was dealing with children who have autism.
Yeah, I don't have Asperger's. I just have the regular autism.
Oh, okay, I never knew that, Hayden. Okay, it's amazing. And you know the stigmatism of people that or the I don't know if it's a prejudice or the whatever it is, but people have this bad stigma about people who have auts or in on the
No, they
spectrum
think
at
I'm
all,
no, they think
and
I'm
they
a
think that we're
savant.
not
No,
functional. You know, there are
what
people.
I hate the most is they think that I'm a savant. All right, that's a
I don't
different
know
kind
what
of
a
autism.
savant is. Okay, you want to tell me what a savant is?
As a person that can like not take care of themselves for the most part, and then they have
Oh,
like
okay.
a single talent,
Okay.
and they can sculpt things, paint things, do crazy things.
You're right. So I mean, that's one thing that I know about people who have are on the spectrum. One way they're geniuses, so entirely smart, very smart, and they focus on one thing. Good morning, flower girl. That they specialize on one particular thing. So like a child that I dealt with who had Asperger's. Their thing was animals. They knew every single thing about every single animal. They knew you could just name a quality, a trait,
All
and they
right,
knew it.
so you caught me. It's history, okay? It's
Yeah,
fucking
I
history.
knew it. I knew
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's
called
history.
it's called a special interest.
I get that. So if I could say something about history, you'd be able to read it off like it was like nothing, like it was the ABCs, right?
Yeah, like I read it out of a textbook.
Oh, I love that though. That's genius though. You know what I mean? That's what that is. And it's just like as long as you got something, something's better than nothing. I've had
Hmm.
somebody use their brain so that's using their brain, isn't that, Roast?
I mean, parts of our brain. Our brains
Yeah, I
are
know. So you say you don't like using your brain. Good morning, Kayla.
okay. So,
Hello.
okay,
Good
okay.
morning, LLF.
Can I say something?
Hello.
Can I say something, please?
Yes, go
Yeah.
ahead. And then I want to speak to LLF.
So this big girl that I'm talking to, she's gonna come up and see me.
Daddy?
I'm so happy.
Well, that's good. How long have you been talking to her?
Um, a month.
So cute, Kaden. You said
God
months?
damn.
Oh, I love that. So they finally decided to make the move. Good morning, Sophie. You decided to make the move. You're being bold and brave to actually go see her.
No, she decided to make the move. She is very lonely.
Okay.
She's a big girl. I like my
Yeah.
big girls. I had my
Yeah,
reservations
big girl
about
got
it.
the best punani. They got the best coochies. Sorry, Rico,
Come
they
on
do.
now. Come on now. I'm a lonely man. I ain't been inside of a woman in a very fucking long time,
Oh,
okay?
I understand. I haven't been inside. A man hasn't been inside of me in a very long time. Good morning, Jaden.
I'm
Hel-
sorry to
Alexis,
hear
stop.
that.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for it though.
Hold on a second, LLF. All right, Rose, let me talk to say good morning to LLF. Good morning,
Hello?
LLF.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How
Hello,
are you
my
doing
gay
this
friend. How are
morning?
you doing today?
No, I'm trying to bag a girl, but like
No, you're not.
I don't
You're
know if she's
gay.
interested in me, you know?
But
I'm
you're
what?
gay though.
What? Roast.
My bad.
Should I like
You don't know how to bag a girl. You sitting here talking about you haven't been inside of a woman in a very long time, and then you're gonna talk about somebody else.
I mean, hey, don't hit me with that East Coast New Yorker accent, girl, because I
Sorry,
will
it
convert.
can't go anywhere. I'm stuck with it. Now you're stuck with it too.
Uh,
what if I what
Hey,
if
Rose. Hey, Rose.
yes.
you wanna
Are you in
send a
the
dick
Are you in
pic?
the guys?
Hmm?
Are you in the guys?
No, but Rico is.
Yes, I'm into guys.
Rico is.
Me and them go way back. We go
Hey.
we
Hey.
go
Here we go. I'm hooking you up. I'm hooking you up, Rico. You said you were looking for a boy coochie. There you go.
oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
oh.
See, LLF. Now you don't have to worry about. Now you look. I just hooked you guys up together. You guys can go in each other's inbox and have a great fucking
Oh, my
time
husband.
playing with each other's coochies.
Oh, my husband.
Sorry,
I'll
Aiden.
come see you.
Adjony, my husband just cream pied me.
Oh, okay. So then why are you looking for anything then? He's not doing a good job if you're doing it online. Are you like a voyager? What is it called? Voyeur that likes the people to look and listen?
I don't understand. No, listen, I don't understand that personally. All right, I don't understand cucks. I respect it, but I just don't understand cucks. I remember one time this dude wanted me to fuck
You
his
don't
wife.
understand
So
what?
I did though.
You don't
TikTok.
understand what?
Nigger.
My bad, but like I was just like, are you sure, dude? And he's like, yeah, because most of the time they had a small dangalang.
What are
I
you
was
talking
like,
about, Rose? I'm lost.
yeah, but I fucked
Do
his
you even
wife.
know what you're talking about? I don't think he even knows what you're
Felt
talking about
awkward.
anymore.
I felt awkward about it slightly, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, vaginas come in all shapes and sizes, and they look cool.
I don't
They
know what
really
you're talking
do.
about no more. I lost. I am lost too, Caleb. I'm lost too, Caleb. Okay, they removed you, Rose. Sorry, Rose. They removed you. I don't know what. Hey, good morning, Basura. Hey, didn't it be early? Do people act like this in Africa, South Africa?
Jesus, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Sometimes it be too early. It be too early in the morning. Like my brain hasn't even woken up yet. No, and flower girls, right? Flower girls from Africa as well. Flower girl, you from South Africa as well? Do you know Hayden? Flower girl is so beautiful, Hayden. She's an amazing friend of mine that I've known for a very long time.
Hey,
But
girl.
it is so early in the morning.
It's way too early for this
It,
shit,
it
and it's
really is. Like my
11
brain
for
hasn't even
me.
woke up. But a lot of times the people haven't gone to sleep yet. Rico, have you slept yet? Are you just waking up, or you haven't gone to bed yet?
I haven't gone to bed yet, girl.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, she's Nigerian. Okay, so how far is Nigeria from South Africa, Hayden?
Well, it's really far away. You're
I
going
believe
from
so,
the
because I mean,
bottom
like
of
Africa's a
the
whole continent.
yeah, you're like going from the bottom of the continent to like nearly the top.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
it's quite
thought.
far.
I love that. Have you ever played? There was a game um called Risk. Have you ever? Do you guys? I know it's an old people game, but that's how I learned about my
Yeah,
different
I've played
continents.
I've played Risk before. It's
Oh,
really
you
cool.
have? Okay. Yeah, so that was one of my games I used to always play, but it helped me. I mean, like when I played it when I was younger, but it helped me know about the different parts of the world and the different continents and the different countries in the continents. Because it was strategizing as well. So I remember that game. I don't know if people really play board games anymore. Like I said, I play them with my kids, but I don't think it's like not a norm anymore. Everyone plays like the video games where, that's more, by yourself, really, and playing with your imaginary friends online.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess,
Yeah. Adrian, did you notice how quiet I went? I was like,
I know. That's why I did. I was like, sorry. I said, sorry, Aiden, because because there are a lot of very, I know, there's a lot of strange people on the internet.
mm, extremely.
And I think they're strange sometimes because they need attention, right? They need some attention one way or another. So if I could give them 30 seconds of attention, as long as they're not disrespectful, I will sit there and play with them. I will play with them all day. But when they start being disrespectful, then it's like, okay, I had enough of you. But if you want to talk about you on boy Cuchi, okay, good for you. Congratulations. Which one?
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is. If you're looking
Uh,
for it, I will help you out.
exactly.
I know, but like I said, people just need to say, "Look how beautiful you are," and you were all cozy in your bed. What are you look at cozy? Oh my god, is it cold?
It is. It's been like pissing rain. So the temperature just went down very quickly
Did
because it was
it?
really hot, you know, and then the rain started and it just got so cold.
The rain made it cold. Flower Girl, Hayden went on a. I don't want to. It's not it's a game. What, a game ride?
No, we went to a game reserve.
A game reserve. She went to a game reserve and she got to see all the wild animals. She said none of them came up to her. Nobody. She didn't feed any elephants or any zebras.
No, because the thing is, they're not domesticated, so it can be very dangerous.
I believe it, but sometimes you watch these TikTok videos where people go on these excursions or whatever, and the animals come up to them and they feed these wild animals, and I'm like, they're wild animals. So I guess that those types of animals that you could feed are more domesticated, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So it's like it's not like they grow up in a zoo. They grow up where there's like land and stuff like that. But then they make them have human contact early on
okay,
so
okay. So
that
that makes
they're
them
more
more understanding.
domesticated and like used to humans. Versus like where like if you go to a proper game reserve, yeah, just stay away from them because they will flip your car.
Oh, that's not good. The our girl said that
Yeah,
Legos
many
traffic.
tourists from like too many tourists from like the UK or America try fuck around with elephants because they think they're cute. Like some British couple got unalived by an elephant because they were like fucking around, and
No,
it's
but
like,
you know what? They do that too. Because they do it over here too. They go to like even the zoos, right? So these are zoos that these are young animals who, who've been born and raised in a zoo, and they will go into like the gorilla cage or something like that. And it's like, and then they get hurt by the gorilla, and then they get mad at the gorilla, and they end up unaliving the gorilla. And I'm like, it's not the gorilla's fault. The gorilla's
it
just
was
being a
this
gorilla.
it was the stupid human.
Man, it's the stupid human. So why does the animal have to pay for the stupid humans not thinking that they're bigger than the, or even over here, do they have like, because they stopped doing it now, where they were like circuses, and people would have like animals in the circus. Like there was this guy that, or these, it was two guys that used to like train tigers, and then train tigers for years and years and years and years, and then finally the tiger decided to bite his head and put him in the hospital. And it's like everybody's mad at the tiger, and it's like, but why were you messing with tigers in the first place? They're still animals. They're wild creatures.
Yeah. Well, my boyfriend and I took a few selfies. Well, I'll show you one.
Okay. Good morning, flower girl.
Good morning.
How are you
How
doing this morning or afternoon?
Oh,
Oh, it's morning still over here.
It's still morning as well. Oh, I love
Uh-huh.
that picture, Hayden. Oh, you guys look like you're having so much fun.
yeah.
Oh,
So
And that
we
beautiful
we
smile
took
that she's
that
a
on.
beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
Flower Girl. Have you ever went to one of these gaming?
no, no, thank you.
that's valid though.
I mean, it's normal.
Like like Adrian, have you seen those videos of like lions and shit opening doors and stuff like that, like car doors?
Well, I don't know about lions, but I know that they have bears because we have a lot of bears over here. And if you go into one of these mountain places or whatever, you'll see the bears opening up the car doors and trying to find the food inside the inside the car.
No, lions can do it as
Lions
well.
could do that too. Well, where is a car that's near a lion though?
It's like in these game reserves, and people don't lock their doors, and you see videos of like the lion just like popping up and everyone panicking, and it's
You
like,
see?
yeah, you're being dumb.
I don't want to be where anywhere where there's a lion. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go into the lion's home, and I don't want a lion to go into my home. Hayden, they removed Hayden. I don't know why they removed you.
These
Oh,
animals.
I'm still here. I just got a restriction
No,
for
I gotta
tobacco.
it's probably because of me. They try because they restricted the. I mean, you didn't even do anything. Let
I
me drop down and then come in another box, honey.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
No, it's not. I can't stand that flower. I can't stand that. Well, they always keep on giving me these violations, and I don't think it's them. I think it's somebody that keeps on reporting me and wants to
That
make my
person
life
is
miserable.
obsessed with you.
I'm sorry, flower girl. Say that again.
I said that person must be obsessed with you.
I mean,
Guaranteed.
they've been doing it for the last year. Honestly, I haven't been going live because of it. I stopped going to live for a long time because of it, and now I just started going recently. The last couple of weeks, I've been going live. You was on my live when I got reported. You know what I mean? So it's like the last couple of weeks. Now I've been consistent on going live, and every single day I get a violation of some sort, or they report my whole entire live. That's why I got 2 pages because it's like, okay, when I can't go live on one, I could just jump on another live and go on another live. Or another.
Yeah.
So about that day, right?
Hmm.
I just wanted to tell you something
Of course.
to think about. Okay.
Hmm.
Everybody's going through shit. Everybody's going through one type of hell or the other.
Hmm.
The only thing is that they don't even realize that that's what they're doing. They don't understand that that's the process they're going through. So instead of focusing on the situation and trying to look within themselves to find a way to get out of that situation, they start to develop negative energy
Hmm.
in response to the situation on ground. And
Right.
now, once negative energy has been built up, it needs a space to express itself.
Wow. Okay, that makes
It
sense.
must be expelled.
Hmm.
It cannot stay inside of the body. This is why sometimes you just say hello to someone and they will snap right at you.
Right.
And you're wondering, what did you do? It's the energy.
Yep.
And that energy is formed from the challenge or whatever it is that is in front of them,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Now, the moment you observe that a person carries a negative energy,
Hmm.
understand that this person only wants to expel what's inside of them.
Right.
It has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Right. Absolutely.
It then becomes your problem when you open your arms wide and accept it by responding to
Right.
their negative energy.
Absolutely.
Now, you are either positive or neutral, right? If you're just happy or you're just there, because it's not all the time that you're just going to be happy, 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 then there's a problem. So, this person now comes to you with a negative energy. Instead of you to just look at them, because it's not your business, it's not your problem, and allow them to spew whatever it is that they want to spew because they're only looking for an avenue. Remember, I said that you feel like home.
Mm-hmm.
So, people, what do they do when they are sad? They run home, they go
Mm-hmm.
back
That makes
home.
sense. Mm-hmm.
So this is what you witness. This is what happens to you. So when
Oh,
anyone
absolutely.
comes to you with
Mm-hmm.
that energy, you are not allowed to respond because you are also absorbing the energy. The crazy thing about TikTok is we think it's just fun and games, but these are human beings that are discussing with you, that are carrying different kinds of problems, and it's expelling through the air that you
Mm-hmm.
hear.
Right.
So instead of responding to them, allow them say whatever the hell it is that they want to. And if you feel as if they are crossing the line, just
Mm-hmm.
turn it off, shut them down, and don't even acknowledge them.
Right.
They are looking for attention. They want
Absolutely.
to be heard. They
Mm-hmm.
need to feel important. And the moment you start to respond, the energy that they have kept inside of them, hoping to expel somewhere, will naturally come into you through your
Mm-hmm.
phone, believe it or not.
No, no, I believe it. It happens all the time. It just happened earlier when Hayden was up here. There was three people just came on here and they just wanted attention. I knew they just wanted attention. I said they said the most craziest things, and then I let them go. So I completely
Yeah.
understand.
No.
So
It,
Mhm.
don't let them
like
get.
Adrian, let's be for real. It's always the men.
It is always a man. No, sometimes once in a while I'll get a woman every once in a while, but you're absolutely right. It's definitely the man.
But
Just saying is one of them.
can we acknowledge the pressure that is on men to be men? Hang on, hang on, hang on. Wait, wait, just hang on, right? There are some expectations that the women have of men. The women have raised the bar. You have to be a man's man to be able to be with a woman these days. So we have a lot of boys who have not they haven't stood up to the challenge of becoming a man.
I mean,
A real man will never talk down on anybody, talk less of a woman. A
but
real man.
but don't you think it should be common whether you're a man or whether you're a woman? There's no way you should be just talking to people decently. Period.
Yes, but guess what I
That should be
said
the case.
earlier?
We're all
I said
humans,
that
and we should talk to
everybody
each
is
other as
carrying
humans.
an energy. Everybody
Mhm.
is going through something or the other. They don't even realize that the way that they are reacting is only because of that thing that is going on behind the scenes.
Right. And I
They
think
will
people think
snap.
that TikTok is a therapy session, and instead of getting help in out, and go to an actual counselor and do the
Come on
self work,
TikTok.
they want to think that the answers are on the internet. When you're asking another imperfect human being for advice, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how am I going to ask somebody else for advice when they're probably going through the same? Like you mentioned before, everybody's going through something.
You
So I can't sit
understand?
here and pick up. Oh, let me tell them my story, and then they're gonna give me all the answers. Why should I listen to that person's answers? The women they going through shit too. Go to an unbiased person that's gonna just sit there and listen to you. But
So this is your cross. This is your hey DJ Lakeside. How far now? This is your cross to carry, right? Either if you respond, always remember, if you respond to them, you receive whatever stupidity or negative energy that they carry.
absolutely.
You receive it with open arms,
Hmm.
but just stay silent and watch them. Once they're done, yeah, 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 you don't respond.
No, yeah,
Once you get bored of it, just take them out. Easy.
absolutely. I definitely understand that. Good morning.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did, though.
Beautiful.
You know what? When
Beautiful.
Flower Girl was on my live the other day, I must have been live maybe about 6 hours or 7 hours by then. So after a certain while of just doing those things, a Flower Girl, there's only so much that a pot will they start boiling over, and I think that's what ended up
So
happening.
So
Yeah, eventually, there's only so much that you can take. So I need my discipline is that I need to have a time limit on how long I could be on doing these lives. You know what I mean? Like I have to be more disciplined. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on from 4 to 6, 2 hours tops. You know, because like I said, even yesterday, I was on live from 2:30 in the morning until 11 o'clock in the morning. I was done. I was like, people could have said the sun is beautiful outside. I'm like, fuck that sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like you mentioned, energy is contagious. I like to give out positive energy. I like to spread positive energy to people, to wake them up in the morning and just give them lots of love and hugs and kisses and encouragement. And but negative energy is contagious too. And a lot of times, like you mentioned, they throwing out all this negativity, and my arms is open because I'm trying to give everybody good energy, and I'm sucking in all their negative energy. So I completely understand what you're saying. Hey, did you have a great weekend, Flower Girl?
Saturday was my birthday.
Oh, happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Flower Girl!
I
Happy
turned 40.
belated.
You turned well. That's a milestone.
Yeah, and I didn't just turn 40. I also launched a book on that day.
Oh, I love it. What kind of book you want to go ahead and promote it? You're probably too tired to promote it now. But but next time you come into my room, I definitely want to promote because one of the things that I'm trying to do, and Hayden, listen up as well, because I know that Hayden's a tattoo artist, and so I want to keep promote people's businesses. You know what I mean? I really want to do that. I think there's amazing talent on this app, and I think that we should. I want to utilize this app as far as promoting people. So if after the next time you get a chance, and you like I said, you know, prepare yourself. I'm putting you on the spot now. Definitely come up, promote your book, show your book, let us know where we can get, where we could purchase your book, and then you could tell us a little bit about it. But if you want to tell us a little bit about it now, you could tell me what's your book about.
The name of my book is called One Book Like That.
Wait, say that again.
One book. Let me turn on my camera. One book like that.
One
That's
book
the
like that. Okay, that's interesting.
name.
And the way that you're giggling about it, I know it's interesting.
So it's about emotional intelligence,
Okay.
basically. Let me see if I can. I'll just come on camera real quick and I'll run right back out.
No, you're fine. I love seeing your beautiful face, Flower Girl. Your face fits your name. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Oh, look at that beautiful book and that beautiful lady.
Oh wow, she is stunning.
Isn't she stunning? Ain't I told you? Look, and look at the movies, ain't it? Look at the movies. She is
We
stunning. She
love that.
is a lady. That she is a beautiful woman. And I love that. And I love your book. Okay, and that's a very shiny book. And it looks like a nice thick read, a good read. What is your book? Can you want to let me know what the book is about? Me and Hayden know what that book is about.
This book is about, like I said, emotional intelligence and
Mm-hmm.
self awareness. I have been through a whole lot of bullshit in my life, and
Right.
I didn't become bitter. I didn't get angry. Neither was I frustrated at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And this is because I didn't look at the story. I didn't
Mm.
focus on the details of what was going on.
Right.
I didn't feel like a victim.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a student who was just learning.
That's
Life
beautiful.
is trying to teach you something constantly, but if you are always angry all the time or always excited about everything, you won't see what life is telling you.
Mm.
Life is always walking around with a freaking speaker to mouth, but you're not just listening. So I
Mm.
was able to learn a whole lot of things from this journey of my book because I was writing. And as I was writing, it felt as if I was being told what to write.
I love that.
So each time I wrote and I put my pen down, I'm like, did I just write that? When I read through the text, I'm like, wait, what? Because I go into the situations. I'm not mentioning any names. I'm not talking about any specific incident, but I
Mm,
will speak of this situation in a wholesome manner for you to understand it in truth. For instance, I don't teach, I remind people about perspective.
okay.
Most people forget about perspective when they're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with other humans, and this is what causes the conflict to come through.
Yep.
Now, once you understand that this person who is arguing with you, who is trying to fight you, is coming from a bunch of experiences that you will never hear of, or even
Mm-hmm.
you never hear of it, yes?
Right.
Now, this is what is standing in front of you that is arguing with you. It's not always about the situation. That's why they raise their voices, because everybody wants to be heard, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want whatever it is that you're saying. You want me to hear you, and you want me to adhere to whatever it is that you're saying. I get that. But for me to listen to you, you cannot use anger to speak to me, because I will become naturally defensive. My ego
Right.
rises up. And whatever it is that you say to me in anger is all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's not forget that anger is not a bad thing. It's a natural response, right? It's only a sign that a boundary has been crossed and you are hurt. This is what the emotion anger is supposed to do to you, to remind you, to tell you. It's a protective mechanism inside of
Right.
your brain.
Absolutely. Defense.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's not supposed to be used when speaking with people. Because the moment you start to speak in anger, you are not being heard at that time.
Right.
You're trying to be loud and scary and push the person back, but you are not passing the message, which is the initial problem.
Right. Do you
So,
think the
how for
frustration
you?
comes because you want to be heard and nobody's listening?
That's the thing. When
Mm-hmm.
you want to be heard, you cannot scream and shout. I'm not talking with politics, so I'm talking when you are having a one-on-one with your friend, with your
Right.
brother, sister, cousin. I'm not talking about the general public or government
Of course.
wahala. Do you get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to be heard. You want to be understood. You
Mm-hmm.
desperately need this person to see things from your point of view. This is why you are screaming.
So, okay.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
the other person has the exact same point of view, sorry, not the same point of view, the exact same strength behind their point of view, just like you. The way you feel so strongly about this thing that you're arguing about is the exact same way that they feel, and they're
Right.
opposing.
I completely understand, but and I think, and for me, I always think it's like you can have your opinion, and I can have my opinion too. So why are we arguing about this? Like, why are you trying to change my mind, and why you have to try to change my mind? Why do we have to be on the same page?
Exactly.
Good morning, Joshua.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know where that comes from. I don't know why it comes from needing to
It's
be right.
conditioning. It's
Conditioning.
conditioning. And you know, it has been researched that one of the biggest problems with our mindsets these days, when we are happy that someone has failed,
Mm, I get it.
it's
Yep.
because of that hierarchy system where they tell you that if you are number one, then you are above the rest.
Right.
You're better than the rest. Then an ego comes through. But the truth is, those that failed, what are you telling them? They're insignificant, but they're just as important as you.
Right. Hmm.
So that is a conditioning that we everybody needs to literally come out of. There is no such thing as someone being better than you. They could be more skilled, they could be more qualified, but they are not better than you. Both of you
Absolutely.
carry the same importance to this cycle called life. Just as a tree, just as a cat, just as a bird, everyone has a role to play in the completion of this cycle. So making a human being feel less than who they are is what we have been conditioned.
Hmm. That's very interesting. I mean,
Let me pause here.
no, you're so passionate about what you're speaking about, and all this is in your book as well. You talk about
Yes.
all. I love that. I love that. I think that because I think with reading books, even though it is your story, and to me, it's like when you're alone reading a book, you have more time to self reflect than being on a panel with a whole bunch of people. Because again, you like you said, people are gonna react. They're gonna go ahead and be loud. They're gonna try to force their opinion on you, and you're not really gonna have time to actually self reflect. Where a book, you could go ahead and read it, take your time, absorb it, think about it. You know what I'm saying? It gives you more time to actually dig into yourself, than actually being on a panel with people and going through your life story and trying to get help with it.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, there's something about my book that I love that is so special,
Please tell me.
and I
Okay, us.
love it. Just open a random page, it will speak to you.
I love that. That's a nice because they're usually book. Well, I mean, Bibles are like that, but but that's your cue ritual. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that's a good read. I love that, Flower Girl. I'm definitely. Good morning, DC.
Any page at all, just open. So at the book launch, the guy that was he had something to say about me. He's a doctor, and he said that I told him that
Thank
every
you.
page would speak to you. And he thought that that was the strangest thing that he ever heard, because usually books speak to you, yes, but when you say every page, okay. So he's out of the crowd. He told someone to stand up, gave him a book, and open up any random page. And seven people were picked out of random to read something, and all of them felt as if it was talking to them.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm excited. So the book is already out, you said?
Yes, it should be out online on Amazon by the end of the month.
By the end
They'll
of the
be ready
month.
for Amazon sales, yes.
And what is the name of the book again?
One book like that.
One book like that. So if you guys have one, and whenever it's listening, and what I've been doing is I've been posting my lives on YouTube and cutting it down. So when people promote it, they'll have a video of their of promoting them. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and clip this down. I'll tag you in it so that we can go ahead and promote your book. You can get it on Amazon. It seems you can open up any page and you will get something from it, and that's an amazing. Let me put that up, and that is an amazing. Look at that. Is that there? You go. One like that, beautiful Flower Girl. I'm so proud of you, and that's a great accomplishment to do at 40 years old as well.
Thank you.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Ritual. It's Flower Girl's birthday. Was her birthday on Friday?
No, Saturday.
It was Saturday. Is that a Pisces or an Aries?
Pisces.
Right? Do they do that in Africa? Do they do go by zodiac signs as well?
It's universal.
I didn't know. Well, I only been in this part of my of the universe. That's why I like to ask questions. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know, girls. Leave me alone. I know I'm ignorant sometimes. Ritual, you there? Me too. I don't even know if he's there. He's probably getting ready for go to work in the morning. Good morning.
I'm sorry. I'm in
That's
and out of sleep.
you're in and out. Well, why are you not
I was
actually sleeping or
I
actually up?
was I was I was literally listening to y'all speak,
Hmm.
and then I was like, what does she keep saying two for? Two, and I was like, oh, she trying to call me.
You were out. You were dreaming of me, baby. That's what you thought it was. I was in your
Ooh.
dreams.
Better get y'all friendly before she. All right, let me
Yeah,
stop.
you better stop. You better stop. Didn't you go to how was church yesterday?
Church was amazing.
I know it was. You looked very handsome.
I was right. Wait, you saw me yesterday? Oh, you did see me
Look,
yesterday.
see that? Yes, I did see you yesterday. You were dressed for church, and I put you in the big screen so I could see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, you wanna tell us what you learned?
What did I learn?
Yeah, what'd you learn? I didn't go to church yesterday. I didn't know. I didn't. So you tell me what you learned. Okay, you don't pay attention. Okay, I got it. You just go to go. I get it.
I'm the lead usher in my church, so but yesterday I was just happy to bring my mentor's daughters there. So
That was nice. That was nice because I
I
know that
wasn't
paying attention.
mentally I wasn't like as focused as I should have been. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know that that would be terrible to say.
That's terrible to say. I mean, shit. Have you been on this app long enough? Everything they say, everything is on their mind.
The preacher was the mom of one of our previous members.
Okay.
So that was a really, really cool moment to like have that you know what I'm saying?
She was
Like
giving her
that
testimony.
connection, you know. Say what?
She was giving her testimony.
No, she was the pastor. No, sorry,
What did
she
you
was
talk
a
about?
pastor who was coming back to basically like it was a full circle moment. Does that make sense?
No. What was she doing there?
She got brought there to preach.
Okay. Okay, I got it. Well, what did she preach about? You don't know?
She was preaching about Paul.
Do you write notes when you're in church?
What did you say?
Do you write notes when you're in church?
No, I don't write notes in church.
Okay.
I rewatch the sermons.
All right. I like to. I don't know. I don't know if it's a young people thing. Because how old do you read to?
Start again?
How old are you? May I ask?
I'm mid-30s.
You're in your mid-30s. Or you're old enough to know. I don't know. For me, right? A lot. When I write it out, it kind of I processes in my head better for me to remember.
Um,
Because I mean that's the whole purpose of going to church, right?
I mean, I
It's
I
not just
enjoy
because it's
writing.
not like going to work. I'm trying to make the donuts. It shouldn't be a ritual. Sorry, I had to do that. That was a pun.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy writing. I don't enjoy necessarily physically writing. I enjoy writing.
So you're not like Hayden who likes to draw. Hayden draws those
No,
beautiful pictures
no.
and stencils.
I enjoy voice notes, and
Okay.
yeah, I don't enjoy like physically writing.
Well, all right. I mean, who nobody likes. I mean, I don't know why
Like if
energy for you to
if
write.
you ever see me physically write in person, um, it'll probably be like a list of things.
Thank you, Sophanie.
You know
Yeah.
you know
Okay.
how you write
Yeah.
a list down?
Okay. So right there you go. A list of things does what? Help you remember, right?
No, the
No.
list of
Why are you
things
writing a list?
is because it's not help. It's just there for me to use. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So no. Okay. So when you write a list, right? So like what? Like a food shopping list, or a list that you think that you need to do.
Yeah, like today I need to email this person or that person.
Right. Okay. So cool. So you write. So it gives you that reminder. You're writing it down, so it will give you that reminder of things that you need to do. Right.
It's not helping you remember. It's
Okay. It's
it's
not.
just
It's not
there for you to
reminding
just
you.
check off.
Okay.
Boom,
All right.
done. Boom, done.
I don't. Okay.
Think about it.
No,
Just
I don't. No, that's the whole point. You're not.
hold on. Take a moment to just think about it.
I don't need to.
If it's helping you remember, if you already have it, why would you need to remember?
What? This is what you were talking about, Flower Girl.
I'm just fucking with you, yeah.
No, you're not. You're dead ass serious. You're dead ass fucking
Bro,
serious.
it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. Come on, bro.
Oh, I mean, I know I'm up too. I'm up to at 6 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, I know.
eating some teacup. But I guess what okay, so let me maybe if I'm gonna tell you for me, right? Okay, so if I'm in church, right, and I'm listening, there's a lot going on. You got the singing because I know you're part of that, right? You sing, you part of the choir. It's a lot of organizing. There's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of people, right? But the whole purpose of me to go to church is to have for me to get a lesson. It's a you go in there, you get lessons, so you can learn something, right? I can't sit there and focus because there's a lot of things going on. So I'm writing notes down, so when I go home, I could reread my notes and remember things that happen at church so that I could, study it so it could affect my life.
Do you know the purpose of the assembly?
Fellowshipping, yes, be yoked together to
No,
no, no,
no,
no.
no.
How you gonna tell? Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
The
Keep on telling me what you know.
the purpose of the assembly is to actually equip you. It's not to
Okay, equip you with
actually
what if you don't even remember?
because I,
You don't even remember what you learned yesterday. So what is it equipping you with? Knowing
no, I'm
gossiping
saying what the
about a woman
purpose
that came
is.
back to church
I'm not
that
saying
hasn't been to church in a while. Okay.
I'm saying the purpose of church is to equip people. People
Okay,
are
but it's not
equipped.
equipping you
Hold
with anything,
on.
Ritu, if you're not learning
Can I
anything.
can I get through a thought?
No, I'm not allowing you to.
Every person who comes up there and preach does not speak to everybody the same way. So I have certain people that I like I have a specific lady preacher in our community, a certain guy preacher who speaks to me, and certain times, it will equip certain individuals, and certain times it'll equip others. And this one didn't necessarily like pierce my heart in a way or convict me of anything or
Okay, I get it. Good
yeah.
morning, Sinister. Good
Yeah.
morning. Nisipu. Oh, but okay. So when people go, and I don't even know why I'm going this. I don't know. Forgive me, Flower Girl and Hayden, but I'm just curious. I don't know, kind of something to talk about. So when people go to that, right, and I understand something. Sometimes what they're saying hits you. Sometimes what they're saying doesn't hit you. I gotta understand. Do they speak about their own experiences, or they pick a scripture out the word?
Anecdotal experiences sometimes is shared, but
They
it's
don't preach the word at your church.
yes, they do.
Okay, so that's what I just asked you. They take a scripture, right? And then they'll read the scripture, and then they will talk about the scripture. They'll help you understand the scripture.
They'll help you interpret the meaning and how it applies to your life today. Yes.
Okay, so the scripture that woman preached to you yesterday did not apply to your life today.
No, it did not.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, so then I guess that goes, hey, good morning, Lyric. I guess that goes, so Flower Girl was talking about how when she opens up the book, no matter or her book that she just wrote, you could just open it up and every page that you read, right? You can open up any random page. Every page that you read is applicable to that person. She said 7 people did it, and all 7 people was able to apply what they read to their own personal life. And I said, okay. She said, no other book is like that. And I said, yeah, the Bible is like that. And you just proved to me that the Bible is not like that. That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
mean,
That's crazy.
that
I
is
never heard
your
somebody tell me that before. And I
because
go to
so
church.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. So
I don't even go to church.
hold on. Let's take it out of the context of church and let's put in, like, for example, a sport, right?
No, I want to talk about you because we were talking about you going to church.
Hold on. I'm gonna give
Okay,
you
so Rachel,
the
let me ask you,
understanding.
do you just like to talk and you don't like to understand?
I'm trying to help you understand
No,
what I'm
but
trying to say.
did you understand what I was saying though?
I understood what you said.
What did I say?
Yes.
What did I say?
You're saying that you believe what's her name? FL. I can't see her full name.
Oh, Flower Girl. Okay, go ahead.
You're saying that Flower Girl's book has a universal application from every page. Doesn't matter what page she reads, and you made the comparison, which you should be doing in the first place. You made the
Why?
comparison
Because somebody told you that? Is
to
that
the
in the Bible?
Bible, and you're saying that every person who reads every page of the Bible, it should have the effect, that same effect on a person, but it should not,
No?
because every person does not know the context behind a scripture. So that's why it doesn't have the same effect. If someone has the desire to learn about that, then yeah, maybe it might have that effect. But that's not how that works.
No, but I understand what you're saying. I understand what I was talking about you personally yesterday at church. You didn't learn anything. Got it. We're moving on. Good morning, Moonshine. Hayden and Flower Girl, you still there?
I'm right here.
Okay. I needed to breathe for a second. Good morning. Good morning, handsome. Did you have a good weekend, Moonshine? Okay, Ritu, the question of the day is, what is your favorite game you played when you were younger?
Favorite game.
Wait, are you asking me or are you asking
I was
Flower?
asking you, Ritu, but that's okay. Flower Girl's answering. Actually, she was up here before you was. I forgot to ask her. Good morning, baby.
I I used to be, well, sorry, not used to. I am a very playful person. I've been very playful since I was young. So anything that had to do with play, I was in. Did I have something favorite to do? No. But the only thing I can remember is that I liked creating stuff. I liked to make things with my hands
Oh, that's
since I
beautiful.
was a kid. So that's the one that I would say, yeah, that could be
That was
very
that was it
exciting.
was a hobby when you were a hobby when you was younger.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
used
I
to
love that.
create. Yeah.
Great. And you still do create. Look at you now. Now you're an adult and you create with your words by making a
I'm
book. You created
so
a book.
grateful. Well, I'm a photographer,
Oh, are you? Oh, I
and
didn't know that. No wonder
yeah,
your videos are so good.
I have a studio in Nigeria, and
Hmm.
it's doing very well. We take pictures of thousands of people and a lot of celebrities in Nigeria as well.
Good morning, sweet night tonight. That love that. That's beautiful. Hello, good morning, sweet night tonight. Give your daughter a big good morning and a big kiss as well. Sweet night tonight is the most cutest videos with her daughter. I think it's so adorable. I love kids. I love children. Oh, hi, Perlina.
Hey
So
babe, how are you? Oh, she's
Hayden
such a
was
sweet.
Hayden said there was a game that she used to play called 30 Seconds. And so you would have 30 seconds to name somebody describes an item or a place or a thing, and you have 30 seconds to come up with what the answer is, and you can get a point. Read
Mm-hmm.
Flower Girl, you ever heard of that game?
Of course, yes.
Okay. And
But I
I
didn't
think it's
know it's
called
called
different things.
30
We can name that game. There's a lot of different things that we
seconds.
can call that game, but it's definitely the same game. Ritual. I keep on calling Ritual. His name is not Ritual, but it completely is his name. Hey Ritu. Hello, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember a game that you played your favorite game when you were younger?
Galaga.
That's a video game?
You've never heard of Galaga?
No, I'm 10 years older than you.
Galaga is literally your time.
Good morning, boo. Literally, you wasn't around at my time, so how would you know? What can you
Because
put
it's an arcade game. It's a classic. It's literally one of the games that are attached to Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man.
Okay, I get it. I understand what you're saying, Visu.
So yeah, you should know it, and you
Way
don't.
too early.
I'm
That's fine. I'll just ask
I'm
you what it
disappointed.
was. I just was asking you what else. Good morning, Graham. Okay, a board game. I was talking more like a board game, like like a game that we play together, right? Socializing, like Monopoly,
Then why
or
didn't you start with that?
why does it matter? Why are you so? Why? It's too early in the
You
morning. You
said,
just
what
woke up
game
out of
did
your
you
bed
play?
and you
And
just
I
want to be
said a
present for
game, and now you're
show.
trying to change it. I was talking about.
A game, to me, a game is a board
Oh
game. I'm
my
sorry it wasn't
goodness.
very specific for you. A board game, honey. I'm sorry. I miss when I again because of our generation gap. I understand when I say game in your generation, you're automatically thinking of a video game, which again has a name, a word before the actual name of game, right? So I understand that I should have been more specific and meant to say board game because I also meant like a card game, anything that was interactive with another person, another human being. It's too early for this shit.
Uh, I played chess.
Okay, I love. Are you good with chess?
I
I love.
am.
I love that. To me, it was very hard to remember all the
Walking
rules.
chew bubblegum. Mm.
Oh my goodness, I really don't understand why. Okay,
Come on, tell me why it's hard.
what?
Tell me why it's hard. You said to me it was hard because ellipsis.
Do you read any of that Bible that you carry? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's so true. Lord have mercy. It is first. Let me ask you something. Wait, before you go out on TikTok, did you wake up and pray?
I did.
Did you have your quiet time this morning?
I did.
Okay, so what was your quiet time about?
Myself and how I'm going to be applying myself this week.
Oh no, that's not what I asked. That was your quiet time
Yeah.
about yourself.
I
Okay,
was,
what
I was,
scripture did you read in the Bible this morning?
I didn't read the scripture yet.
That's a oh. So you have a quiet time of just talking to yourself,
I'm talking to God, yes.
talking to. Okay, so that's praying. Got it. Okay. For me, right? When I do my quiet time, I will get again. But I forgot that you don't apply everything in the Bible. So I will find a scripture, right? It could be sometimes it's a psalm. Sometimes it'll be like a psalm of the day, right? Or sometimes it'll be whatever I needed to reflect on myself. I was working on something like there was a time period that forgiveness was a big thing for me. So I studied out forgiveness and all the different scriptures in the Bible that had to do with forgiveness. And I would take in my quiet times, I would take one of those scriptures, I would read it and read the contents of it, or why this was important, and then apply that to my life on how I can go ahead and apply that scripture to my life. So during the day, I would keep on repeating that scripture to help me with what I was struggling with.
Yeah, sometimes that is a good decision. I don't all the time you don't necessarily have to open the Bible all the time. Sometimes God just wants time with you and him.
No, I mean, so when you're reading the Bible, God, you're not spending time with God. It's His word, right?
The word is a sword. The word is described as a sword. So um you sometimes intimate time with God does not always have to involve opening the Bible. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Don't you have? Okay. Yes, because honestly, you should be having intimate time with God all day long, right?
Yeah, praying without ceasing. Correct.
Oh, you know that scripture. I've been asking you for a scripture for the last 20 minutes. And that was
We
the
don't.
first time you actually gave me one and applied it to your life. Thank you, Lord. That's all I wanted to wanted from you. I don't. God. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You are one piece of work. Good morning, Kensta. Good morning. So, you are you? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Do you have a talent? I don't. You make it very hard to engage in a conversation because everything you want to be very confrontational.
I'm not confrontational.
Okay.
Happy.
Kensta, did you have a good weekend, Kensta? Kensta, what is your favorite board game? I don't want to say board childhood game that you played when you were younger. I don't know. I have to define it too much with you. Kensta. I don't even know if you're still in here. Hayden is too busy drawing her beautiful
Chinster.
mhm. Is her beautiful drawings. Hayden is a tattoo artist. Did you hear me say that, Ritu?
No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, she's a tattoo. She's a tattoo artist, and she'll sit there and she dibbles and dabbles, and she draws beautiful pictures, and then we'll go ahead and replicate them on a tattoo. She did a beautiful one on her inner thigh that she showed me the other day. She has a very pure talent.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any type of talents? Because what I'm trying to do, Ritu, right, is to promote people's businesses and people's talents. Cancer is very comical. He's very funny, and so he does a lot of videos of him just joking around, impersonations and stuff like that. And so what I want to do on my platform is promote people's businesses, right? To promote people what they're doing, what their talent is, and just help people out, right? Community. So Hayden, that's the reason why I was talking about Flower Girl's book earlier, because that wasn't a great accomplishment to write a book. And her opening was I think this weekend is Saturday for her 40th birthday. And then Hayden has the business, her talent is being a tattoo artist, and drawing pictures and going to tattoos. She also went on. She said we call it a safari, but it wasn't a safari. She calls it a game ride or something like that, where they go through. She's in South Africa, and they get in a jeep or whatever, and they'll see the wild animals run around. So that's what she did this weekend. That's what we were up here talking about.
Early today?
Yeah, earlier
Oh,
today.
okay.
I've been up for a while. Well, not really. I've been on for maybe about an hour.
Oh, okay.
hmm Do you have any type of special business that you would like to promote or talent that you would like to promote? Oh, you could sing. Hey, never find. Are you in Africa? Or are you leaving for Africa? That's my friend Never Fun. She's on her way. She's on. I don't know. I know she has a school trip, and she was going to Africa for 2 weeks. And I know that sometime or another. Thank you for joining the team.
Oh,
I
I
don't
know
know.
her.
Oh, that's good. Good morning, beautiful. Where are you? Are you on the plane, or did you get there yet? Yes, you are. What? I don't know. I asked you so many different questions at the same time. You're in Cape Town right now. Oh, that's awesome, Hayden. Look, Never Find. That's my friend Never Find. She's in Cape Town right now. Hayden's on Teacup. She's probably doing something else. But oh, is it beautiful over there? Is it warm? Hayden said it was cold and rainy. Is it cold and rainy? Yeah, Never Fun is actually my inspiration to what I'm trying to do, Ritu, because she used to do a Sunday afternoon show, and that would promote people's businesses and talents. So she's been busy in school, so she hasn't been able to do her Sunday afternoon. So I'm kind of taking over. I'm stealing your idea, Never Fun. It's windy and sunny, but not too hot. That's amazing. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Was it a long flight? I'm pretty sure it was a long flight because I was talking. Flower Girl was in here earlier. She just wrote a book. Never Fine. Isn't that amazing? You're with your class now. No, you're not paying attention to your class. You're on TikTok. Well, they got you. You just got there and you're already in class. Oh, nah. I like to run my mouth. Ritu has got my blood boiling first thing in the morning.
Your blood boiling has been self-imposed.
You're right, because I'm actually entertaining a conversation with you. You're absolutely right. I need to be like Flower Girl and just let you go. But I feel like I have a gift. I do feel like I have a gift from God, and I think my gift is encouragement, and I like to encourage people. And it's a problem sometimes. It really is because some people just don't understand have that understanding of what it is to receive encouragement because it is what it is. But I'm not gonna stop doing what my gift is, and I'm just gonna keep on doing it no matter what. Even if it affects you just a little tiny bit, even if it's a little bit, at least that you can remember me.
Yeah, I think
Oh, thank you,
you're
Never Fine. So are you. I learned it from you as well because you're very encouraging as well. You're definitely a girl. I hate to say the word because they don't like to say the word girl over here, but on TikTok land. But you are definitely,
really. That's the thing. Like not saying it.
yeah. Some people have problems with that. No, not saying, not technically, not technically. Um,
Is
uh,
it like when we say like
No, it's not like
be
one of those.
okay?
Yeah, that's not like one of those. It's not like one of those TikTok words that you can't say you're gonna get reported. It's not like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I will. Oh, you had a winery. That's nice. Good morning, Leah. You had a winery so early. To me, it's only 6 o'clock in the morning here. Never fine, and you already going to a winery. But I forget you're on the other side of the country, on the other side of the world, rather. Yeah, no, I mean like it's a TikTok has, and I'm pretty sure you sound like you always on TikTok. I mean, not shading like that, but good morning, Styles by Samuel. TikTok has a lot of rhetoric, right? That people like to spiel around,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll keep on repeating it, even though it might not necessarily be true. So one of the TikTok rhetorics is that there's no such thing as a girl's girl. Let's just say I think it's kind of silly and ridiculous, but there's some women out there who don't feel like you can really be a good girlfriend. You know what I
That's
mean?
so interesting
It is.
to
It's
hear.
very interesting. It's very interesting. But there's a lot of there's a lot of negative people. What I've noticed on this app, it's a lot of the people. There are some people that could think of the worst of every situation, and I think that's one of those things. And I think you have to to me, I feel like you have to be able to be a good girlfriend in order to have good girlfriends. And if you feel like there's no such thing as having good girlfriends, that means you're not a good girlfriend yourself.
Is the people who reject that phrase, are they from the alphabet soup group?
No, no.
Uh,
Just a regular human. No, I won't say that. They're the ones that are human. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. But just a female, I guess, a female heterosexual woman. I don't know how to say politically correctly, but a woman, just as myself. I've heard, well, women, because it's not just one. It's a group of women who believe that there's no such thing as a girl's girl. I don't know why. Do you know
wow.
what a girl's? Wait, how about this? Me too. Do you know what a girl's girl is?
From what I've heard, it's like a girl who's truly feminine.
No. That's why you said that. Okay. No, that's not what it is. A girl's girl is um I never find as a girl's girl. I'm a girl's girl. Hayden's a girl's girl, right? Which means that we're girl power. We're all about encouraging each other, loving on each other, telling each other that there's encouragement, telling them, being a good. It's not
Oh,
that's a girl's girl.
that's so interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of women who believe that, like, so say when Never Fine comes in and she'll say, I think, and I believe she did say, she's like, "Good morning, beautiful." So there's some women who believe that that's kind of fake and phony. She doesn't really mean she's beautiful. She doesn't really mean it. She's a liar. So there's women out there who think that there's no such thing as women being able to encourage another woman. Strange. I don't understand. I don't understand why they wouldn't believe that. But to me, I feel like they don't believe it because they're phony and they're fake and they don't know how to be encouraging to another woman. Because I guess they feel like women should always be like in competition of each other. And I guess I would like a Flower Girl was saying earlier about, I don't know if you were here when she was saying it, but she was saying how we are kind of a program to believe that there's a number one and everybody, if you're not number one, everybody underneath you is below you. So I think there are people who believe that there's only one pretty bitch in a room type of thing. So I am the only one who could be pretty in this room. There's nobody else that could be pretty in this room. So if I call somebody else pretty, I don't really mean it. I'm just saying it because I'm fake and phony like that. So those are the type of women who don't believe that there's girls. They don't think they don't believe in the genuineness of encouraging another woman because there always got to be just one woman that's on top tier.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know how I got that, but I'm glad that you got that understanding because you thought it was something completely different.
Yeah. Did.
That's okay. I understand. You're a man. I mean, you wouldn't normally. I don't think any man really honestly knows what that means anyway. Yeah, and
I
never find
find
me too. We all dealt with that. There is a clique of mean girls. They're definitely there. Well, I guess it's a girl. So I guess the two would be one be a girl's girl, and then next thing will be a mean girls. So yes, so you either could be a mean girl or a girl's girl. Me and Never Find and Hayden and Flower Girl, we're girls.
I find it interesting that um the meaning of girl's girl does not have a direct um like translation to what it means to be a man's man. You know what I mean?
Well, a man's man would be the same thing.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
A man's man is nothing to do about
No, it does though. I think that people have changed it. People have changed it because they're literal with the words, right? But a
no,
man's man is a man who likes to hang out with their friends and play football with each other and like to and play and
n-
talk about sports and gamble with each other and talk shit with each other. That's a man's man. Now,
no, it's not.
no, me too. Liz, can you please? I'm trying to. He's like you. I understand what you're saying. People have changed the name of the way it made it sound because they do it literally, right? So if I'm a man's man, that means that I like other men because you're literally saying it. So I understand what you're saying. I do, and I know that people do see things of how you're saying it,
I
right?
haven't even said it yet. How are you gonna tell me what I'm gonna say if I haven't said it yet?
Go ahead.
Um, was what the older men have told me, the definition for a man's man has a different application from what you're telling me what a girl's girl means. Um, what the older generation of men, between 40 and 70, have said a man's man means is someone who they look at that person and they are just very straightforwardly proud that that man is called a man. It's very simple. Like they can fix things. They are faithful to their wives, or they are they were somebody who was great in sports when they were in school, or they contributed to academia a certain way, and so they're just like, you know what, you're a man's man. That's what they've told me.
Okay. So what's a man?
I'm sorry.
So, okay, so what you described to me, right, is just a man.
Correct.
So, right, so why would it be a man's man?
So you want me to just repeat what I just said?
No, because what? Okay, no, because what you're just saying is that is a description of just one man, not two men, right? Man's man is two men, man and a man, right? One man is just man. So with the description that you gave me, person who does what he's supposed to do is just one man. It's not another man. It's not two men doing it. It's just one man doing it. So that'd be one man, not man.
So you're basically proving my point, which is
No, because if you're okay, so you repeat to me what you said a man's man was. Let's slow it down for you a little bit. Because I mean, a man
I'm
is one person, right? One person, you're one man, right? Because men will be MEN and men, right? There's man, MAN, which is one person, and then there's men, MEN, which is multiple men, right?
okay.
There's a whole bunch of men in a room, right? There's a lot of
Okay.
men in one room. Okay. Man is one person. You are one man, right? When you gave me the description of what a man was, right? You were talking about that one individual person. They're a type of man that does what again?
I told you that when one man looks at another man and say he's a man's man, that person exudes all the characteristics of what makes up a man.
Right. So, one person, I am looking at you, right? And I'm telling you, you exceed all the whatever the big word that you just used of a man, right? I'm still only talking about you, one man.
Correct.
Okay. So why is it called a man's man when you are one man? So why can't I just call you a man? Look, I'm over here, can't even tongue twisting my damn words. I'm calling you a man. I don't have to call you a man's man. You're a man. You are one person that's doing things that a man does.
So
Good morning, Freddie.
one
So when you say a
hold on.
man's man, right? That's two men, two different, you and another man doing the same thing, being men.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you. So okay, so when you study languages
I don't study languages.
and whenever you get a chance to,
Well, I don't need to. I'm fucking 49 years old. Why would I want to study languages?
but just hear me out. When you study languages and you study how phrases are developed, majority of them don't make logical sense all the time. It's
I
just
understand.
it's just how it comes about. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing that you're harping on, it really doesn't matter when it comes to how languages develop. So because the way that we made the phrase "a man's man," it and you're trying to make it make sense of why we say add the S when it's only speaking about
Okay,
one.
fine, V2. I understand. Good morning, Crib. You have your way you was taught about what a man's man was, and I have my way of being taught what a man's man is. Can we agree on that?
Sure.
Good morning, Crib. Lord have
Crip.
mercy.
That's really his name?
Yep, that's his name. His name is Crip. His mama made him that. His mama named him that.
I'm waiting for the laugh to come after.
It wasn't a laugh. Why would you ask that name? Why would you ask that question?
Because I've never seen that name put before for someone's name on TikTok. That's why.
Really? Why? Is it one of those trigger words?
No, it's just I don't think people really have the balls to have names like that, and so
You
it's
serious?
surprising.
If you not reading some of these people's names on damn TikTok? Some of these people. There was a woman name that was your ugly kids live in my throat. That was that was her name on TikTok. I was like, what the hell? They have
That
the most
is
strangest names. Or good morning,
insane.
Mosader. Good morning, Mosader. Those they have the most strangest names on TikTok. A lot of people put really thought into their names. I didn't put any thought in my name. My name is just Age. Oh, good morning, handsome. A lot of people don't put thoughts in their names. They just, well, like I said, I didn't. I just put my name, and they will still ask me, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "It's right there. It says Adrian." There's no thought. But a lot of people are very creative. Most Hated is another one. He has a Most Hated. I always wanted to ask you, is that a scripture? Is 3:16? I may ask you read too, but you don't read your Bible. I forgot. Wait a minute, not you. Most Hated. The 3:16 is the scripture, right?
Yeah, John 3:16.
Okay, and what is John 3:16? Do you know that, Ritu? Or I have to
Oh my
look it
goodness,
up.
bro.
Hmm?
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, it is a scripture.
I didn't ask you that. You said it was John 3:16. I said, well, what is John 3:16? What's the scripture?
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth to him shall not
Oh,
perish
you
but have
are very
everlasting life.
ritual. You are you. That's a great freaking name for you. Can you slow it down so I can understand it and not just spill it out like it's like you're saying the ABCs?
For God so loved the world that he
Mm-hmm.
gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever
You
believeth in
slow not to
him
do it slowly.
shall not perish but have everlasting life.
You can't do it slowly.
I'm not doing it slower than that. You can just
I
look
know
it up.
that's strange. That's because you know. Okay, so when I don't know why I keep
So
on trying to
you
explain
don't
shit to
slow
you.
down
You
your
don't
speaking
understand.
rate.
You have no. Let me ask you something, and I'm not even trying to be shady with you
Oh
about this.
my
Rachel,
goodness.
are you part of the spectrum?
No.
Okay. I was just saying that because a lot of times, a lot of people though that are part of the spectrum. Some Hayden was saying she was. A lot of people are nowadays. They are very singular in their thinking, and so they're just singular. They don't not they don't have they can't they don't are not creative with their thoughts. I guess that's what I'm trying to say because they lack that. So that's the only reason why I asked that about you because everything that you do is very programmed. Very
With
programmed.
you, yes.
Okay, with me. Because I try to ask you something so so simple sometimes, and you make it so complicated because you're so used to your way of thinking, you don't know how to explain things in other people's ways of thinking. So it's just your way or the highway. It's just only one. Okay. So
Adrian.
my favorite
Adrian.
creator says this all the time. There's different ways to make up 10, right? So if you have the number 10, right, then you could do 5 plus 5, two
Yeah,
times 5, right?
correct,
Eight
correct.
plus 2. There's different ways of getting to 10, but a lot of people just think that there's only one way to get to 10.
Adrian, my focus in college was literally abstract reasoning. What you're
Did you love
explaining
it? Oh,
is
okay,
literally my expertise.
and you have none of that.
I exude it.
No, no, you
Not
don't
with
at
you, I don't.
all. Okay, so then how do you exude it if you can't even make me understand you?
Because we have a different personality that
Okay, so the
is
exuding is
clashing.
when you
So
are
the
one.
personality,
Why are we clashing? I'm not clashing with you. I just don't
that's what
understand. I
that's what
understand you
you've
way
been
more than you understand me. That's that. I understand where you way more. Because I can understand your point of view, but you can't understand my point of view.
you didn't understand my point of view when I was explaining the man's man.
Yes, I do. I
When
understand
I
that that's how you were
when I
taught, and you
when I was
and
telling you,
I do understand. You didn't hear me when I said I understood you. I've even
you
repeated
never
back what you
affirmed that you
said.
understood me.
I even repeated what you said several times, and then went back to what I was trying to say. And you didn't understand what I was trying to say. Matter of fact, you said that I was being too literal with my words. And do you understand how communication? When you study communication, you said all of that, right? Of language, you said that. See, I remember what you were saying, but you don't remember what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I understand you way more than you understand me because I'm paying attention to you and what you're saying. You are frustrating. You are very frustrated. But I understand you. I understand you. You go to church and you don't learn anything. church doesn't understand. There's a lot of people like you, me too. There is a lot of people like you, and that's the reason why I was just asking you if you were on the spectrum. What was it?
When I was at church today, I was thinking about my friend who recently was in jail.
Okay.
So my mind was not on church today. I'm sorry, I can't give you a synopsis of my church experience.
Now you changed the because that's not what you said earlier. But okay, I understand that. But don't you think when you go to church, when you go to God, when you're in fellowship with other people, it's supposed to help you, remove, get some type of encouragement? Because to me, that's what church is for, right? Because your church is your body. God is in you, so you will have church everywhere. Doesn't have to be in a building. But when you go to church into a building, you're fellowshipping with other like-minded people. I know you had a different definition of that, but for me, it's being around a bunch of like-minded people so that we could focus on God, so God could be part, so we could change whatever goes on, just like being on TikTok, right? So we go, we have our life experiences outside of TikTok, and then we go into TikTok so that we could forget about what goes on our outside experiences. Well, for me, that's what I do. This is my entertainment. So like putting on a TV show or playing a video game, it's our entertainment. It's to escape our outside world. So to me, when I go to church, it's to me to escape the outside world or what's going on, like my friend being in prison or somebody passing away or stuff like that, and being with like-minded people so that we can focus on something else. And in the church is to be focused on God.
Yeah, all that is true. And today,
It's not a right or wrong answer.
I didn't have one of those days today.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, so that's understandable. That was definitely understandable. You exhaust me. You're very exhausted. So what are your plans for today?
I'm probably gonna work out. I'm going to go to my my job and probably just relax for a little bit.
What kind of job do you have?
I'm in sports management and data engineering.
Okay, so what is that?
Which part?
I don't know. Either one. Your job. What is your job? What do you do? Describe it.
Data engineering is I'm taking information and making it make sense for large corporations so that they can make more money. And sports management is curriculum building for individuals in tennis.
Okay, so you have two jobs.
Correct.
Okay, that's awesome. Good morning, Chosen Mindset Smoke King. See what I'm saying? Look at those names. People have interesting names. Oh, thank you for joining the team. Good morning. How was your morning this morning? Are you just waking up or are you just going to bed? That's awesome. Which one do you like most? Good morning, Pimp Daddy. I lost him. Pimp Daddy, good morning. Did you see his name is Pimp Daddy? People have interesting names. We were talking about names this morning. Actually, what we were talking about, I was trying to talk about, was your favorite game when you were a child. What was your favorite game? Not a video game, a board game. I have to be very specific. A board game. Good morning, everybody. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being the number 2 gift badge. You came in and knew the assignment. I love people that I don't have to sit there and beg people for joining the team or liking the live or anything like that. They just know what to do. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm tired. It tired me out. It's so much brain power early in the morning. Thank you, Chosen. Thank you for liking the live. You guys having a good morning, Chosen? What was your favorite game when you grew up? And growing up to me too was like we didn't really just play board games. We also play like games outside, right? Like kickball or tag or hopscotch
Or handball.
or handball. You grew up with handball?
Did
What part of the country did you grow up at?
Germany?
They have ham. I did not know that. I love that. I didn't know that because okay, so I grew up in New York. In New York, handball was a thing. We played handball, but in the South, they don't play handball in the South. I don't know what court ball is. Is that base basketball? What's court ball? Clue. Oh, Clue was a good one too. Clue was kind of boring though. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, Clue is definitely boring.
But I understand it. Yeah, so but in the South they don't have handball. That I think so. Different parts of the country, different parts of the world, obviously, they have different things.
Morning.
Good morning, Chosen.
What's happening?
Thank you for
Yes,
saving me, Chosen.
saving you.
Uh,
You felt like you needed to be
yeah,
saved.
yeah. Corkball is basically like where you take a tennis ball and you wrap it up in newspaper and set it on fire, and the ball gets real hard.
What? You used to do that when you were kids?
Yeah, and I mean you take a piece of like a board used as a bat. I mean it was just like I guess you
Where
could
were
say
your
like a
parents at, sir?
ghetto baseball.
What part of the country where did you grow up in?
I mean I'm from the South, but I
Yeah, I
grew up in the
figured that.
Midwest.
I figured that shit.
Yeah.
What kind of, that is the most craziest thing I've ever heard. You guys weren't worried about setting up fires or burning up or any of that stuff, huh?
Nah, man, like that was the norm back then.
Well, that was the norm for you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, kids would do the most silliest. They're very
Man,
imaginative. I tell
between
you.
that and making basketball hoops out of milk crates, I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, I mean, we definitely have done that, but we never set anything on fire.
yeah. But that's how you get the tennis ball to get real hard.
Yeah, I mean, if it's been sitting outside for a while and sitting in rain, I guess that's so funny
Yeah.
though.
Oh
Listen,
yeah.
I guess your parents wasn't around,
Oh yeah.
or your parents out there encouraging you, like, yeah, it's a great idea. Take this tennis ball and throw it on fire.
No, no. I'm saying like once you wrap the ball up in newspaper and you set it on fire, like you put it out, and I mean it was just hard like a
And
real
then it made it
baseball.
hard. Okay,
Yeah.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. It wasn't like you was hitting the ball
Well,
while it
no,
was on
no, no,
fire.
no. Ain't no way.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you hit the
No.
ball when it was on fire, and there was like a
No.
ball of fire was going across the.
No, I can't do that one.
I was like, what kind of game is that? Okay,
Oh
thank you for
yeah.
explaining that to me.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. Don't you miss that? I feel like kids don't do that anymore. Kids don't play outside. In my neighborhood, no, I'm not gonna even say that. There's kids in my neighborhood, and I do see them playing outside. Whether it
I
is
mean,
basketball,
it's hard nowadays because a lot done changed since when I
I
was a kid.
mean, absolutely. Since I was a kid too, like I said, I mean, but somehow I think honestly, I think it has to do with parenting because I see the kids in my neighborhood. They're outside all the time. They're playing outside. They're running around the neighborhood. They're riding their bicycles. They're playing basketball. So I mean, I do see the kids outside, which I love it. I could sit outside all day long and just watch the kids play.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because
I mean, I'm not even gonna really say it's mainly on parenting. I mean, it's just as a whole, just everything has changed. You know what I mean? Like just society itself. You know what I mean? A lot more shit going on. A lot more kids coming up missing. I mean, it's just a lot more shit going on.
well, don't you think that has to do with parenting as well? Because if you watching the kids, right? Then they won't come out missing. Like
Shit. I mean, shit. You
I go
got parents
outside in my
coming
front
up
yard
missing.
and I'm watching the kids. I'm watching the kids playing. If there's a car pulling up and throws a kid into the car, I'm gonna notice it because I'm outside. Even though they're not my children, I'm still parenting them.
I mean, somewhat, yeah, but I'm saying like nowadays. I mean, like back in the day, like even if your parent wasn't around, like the neighbors was watching you. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
everybody was working as a whole. Nowadays, you can't do that. I mean,
Well, I mean,
you say
I just
some,
I do.
yeah,
I just do it. Like I said, no, you're absolutely right. It's community. We had more of community back then. I think I don't know why. Um, people don't feel like, and I guess because a lot of people don't allow you to parent their children anymore
Yeah, I
either.
mean, nobody wants to, to say something to their kid or,
Yeah,
back
exactly.
then, like, shit, you got your ass whooped by your parents, your grandparents, and the
Yes.
neighbor,
And then I know my mother definitely
and the
beat up on a
teacher.
lot of. No, no, for real. No, my mother did. My mother definitely
Yes,
beat
I
up
mean,
everybody
shit,
else's kids.
we got whooped at school with the
Yeah,
paddle.
and that's another thing too that we used to do in school. Like we didn't play around with our teachers because the
Oh
teachers
yeah,
were always right, no matter how wrong they were always right. And the thing is, I raised my kids the same way, even though it was a different generation. Every time there was, but the teacher said did this, and I go, but what did you do? I always be like, okay, let me handle the teacher. You go
right.
ahead and you still be respectful. She's in charge. They're in charge. You understand, and then I will have a conversation with teacher, find out exactly. And even when I had a
Yeah,
conversation with the teacher, the teacher was always right. Like I never
right.
let my kids tell me to dictate. Their children. I'm
Yeah.
the adult and their children.
Oh, that old boy didn't have to leave.
I'm sorry, because he is very one way of thinking. He just thinks one way. He's just like it's just his way and nobody else's way. So when
That's
you try to
crazy.
give him another perspective, it's like he can't handle it, and so now we're
Oh wow,
arguing, and he's defensive, and I'm. And now we're arguing, and I'm like,
that's
it's
crazy.
too early in the morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. Why are
Yeah,
we arguing with each other?
that's crazy right there.
It's too early. Then are you just waking up or you just going to bed?
Nah, I get up. I normally start my day around midnight.
Okay, I get it. I love
Yeah,
so you're in bed early.
yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
the
get
same
off.
way
I don't get
too.
off until 9 a.m.
Okay, and now do you go to sleep right after when you go home?
I go home, work out, let the dog out, and then I probably just lay around, get in the
Right.
shower.
So your sleep schedule is all the way off.
Yeah, working overnight. So yeah,
Oh, wait, and I think that's
Hey,
good morning, Roseberry.
how y'all doing?
Yeah,
what's
we
going
were
on,
just
bro?
spending our day together. How are you doing today?
I'm just shit. I'm just waking up. I shouldn't even be up right now. Like
Yeah,
that's some
Or
real
on
shit.
TikTok. Or on TikTok. Get
Yeah, yeah,
go
yeah.
wash
That
your
too.
face, brush your teeth, get some coffee.
I ain't do none of that yet. I'm going to in a minute though.
No, believe me, I understand TikTok is definitely addicting. I think we have a fear of losing out on what's happening on TikTok. So that's the first thing that we run to when we wake up in the morning. So let me see what's going on TikTok today.
yeah.
Now I be like this be like therapy for me when I just be talking to people.
It
Like
shouldn't be.
because
Shouldn't be.
I don't have no friends.
But that's
Like
okay. It
I
shouldn't be therapy
because
though.
I don't really trust people. But
Okay.
like
So you're
when
gonna trust
people like
strangers on the internet to give you
Yeah,
therapy sessions?
you really gotta watch who
listen,
you trust on here, though.
no. I don't trust people on there. But like if I have like minded people talking about the same thing, that's what I come here for.
Oh, so then you
Like
can't find
minded.
you can't find like minded people as friends outside of TikTok.
Yeah, but it man,
It's very
it's
slim.
yeah.
It really isn't. It really isn't. Honestly, if you spend your time
No,
off
it
of
is,
TikTok,
it
you'd be
is,
amazed
it
about how many
is.
people you could actually meet outside of TikTok.
Like even like I'm at work.
Okay,
Like
so
like
yeah,
these
working, you're
people, I'm
sleeping.
like I don't even get in like everything that y'all are into. I am not into none of
Good
that
morning,
stuff.
Cece. What stuff is who people? What is people into? Good morning.
Like
What
everything that they into, I'm not into none of that. And
what
I'm
are you?
like,
What into what? What is what everybody's into? I
all
don't
right,
know.
all
Be
right,
specific.
listen, all right.
Morning,
If you
sister.
around people and you don't like what they're doing, you're not into that.
Okay, and that means what?
Nah, she was asking like, what? Give some examples of what.
All right, it'd be like, all right, some people will be playing like devil worshiping music.
Oh,
Some
okay.
people, some, like
Where?
some
In
people
your hometown?
at my job, like I
Oh, at
mean,
your
like
job they do that?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. You need to find a new job.
No, I tell them turn
They
that shit
listen to that
off.
doctor shit.
I tell them turn that shit off. I don't want to hear that shit.
So you're trying to control them. Instead of you just controlling yourself and getting a new job.
No, I'm not controlling them.
Yeah,
Like
that's their music.
I'm
And
a
why they
chef.
can't like that music? Why they can't like that music? That's their music.
I'm a chef. I'm getting paid more than
The
what they
more than
getting
to real
paid. They
so
gotta
money,
listen to what I'm saying.
so money trumps everything. That makes
Oh
you
my
upset.
God.
Good morning to real.
No. I'm not saying that. That's not what I said at all. Like, where did you get that from? Oh, are you Puerto Rican?
Adrian, I don't know where she go.
She done went to sleep.
I got frozen for a bit. I got frozen for a bit. I couldn't. Nothing was going on.
Are you Puerto Rican?
Does it matter? Why?
No,
I'm
I'm just
actually. I'm
asking.
East African. I'm East African.
All right.
Hmm.
Like, but you feisty.
I know East African
That's
people.
all.
We are.
You feisty. Like
I don't
I
know.
take it.
Chosen. Was
I
I
Huh?
like
feisty?
it. I
Was I
like
feisty?
it.
Okay, can you hold on a second, Rose?
Yeah.
Chosen, was I feisty with you?
Uh-uh.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Is
Shit, I like it. I'm not
maybe I
saying
know you
I'm
like it. I know you like it, but you can't like me. I like devil. Okay, I don't know if I can even say. It. I
no,
don't want to be
I don't like you. I'm not saying I like you. I'm
I
saying
didn't say.
I like your attitude.
I understood what you were saying. I didn't take it personal. Like you like me. Like you wanted to get with me. I didn't take it that way. You like my personality. I get, but you're not gonna like my personality because I like that music that they play at your job. I like that type of music.
See,
So you can't like me. You can't like my conversation.
you, you be on some stuff.
What stuff?
But I'm eclectic. Like I listen to all types of music. Like my daughter was listening to that stuff where they be screaming like ah rah 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 rah. Like
Hmm.
she was listening to that, and
Okay.
I listened to it with her.
Okay.
Like go to R&B. Like I'm eclectic. I listen
Okay.
to everything. I'm an
Mm-hmm.
artist myself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's what's up.
Okay. I don't understand, but you just don't want to listen to that type of music. I don't even know how he even
No,
got there. Isn't that the reason why he said that was the example that he was trying to give, right? About how being around people that he doesn't. All right, let me Jesus. See how
yeah.
exhausting it is, chosen. I'm exhausted already with the conversation.
All right,
Trying
I'm
to
gonna
make
holler
sure.
at y'all.
Wait, you have to ask him the question. You have to answer the question first,
You ain't
Rose.
gotta leave, bro.
He did leave. He did leave, but
Oh,
that's
damn.
good. But I'm good. Hey, Kiki. I mean, like, you see how exhausting that is? There are people that just want to be controversial, I guess. And then when I am trying to make some understanding of what they're saying, it's like I'm
Yeah.
feisty. I'm
Right.
feisty because I'm trying to make it clear what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
He was talking about therapy on coming to therapy to be getting therapy. So I'm trying to understand what that meant. Then when I'm trying to understand what that means, I think people just I think and I don't know have you chosen. Good morning, Danny. I think there's like TikTok rhetoric, right? I think that
Yeah.
people like it's like a friend of mine told me that there must be like some type of handbook of TikTok rhetoric, and I think people just are on TikTok too much, and they spew out this TikTok rhetoric, and they don't really understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're just saying it. And so when I try to get some type of understanding of what they're trying to say, it's like it kind of
Maybe
frazzles
I'll
them.
sleep. No.
Yeah, it frazzles them because they don't even know. They don't have no idea.
Yeah.
They're just repeating what somebody else told them. Like earlier on today, and I really don't like to. I don't like getting biblical, right? Because everybody has a different bit, of what their
Yeah.
beliefs are, and I understand. But when you come up here, like that guy read to, right? When you come up here and you preaching at me, I'm gonna ask you questions about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask you questions
Right.
about it. And then when I ask you questions about it and you can't answer my questions about what you're preaching, it's like, I will never go to your church. I will never go to your church. You don't even
Right,
understand what you're
right.
even preaching to me.
Yeah.
So, and again, then that goes with a lot of rhetoric that I hear on TikTok, like this man just said about getting therapy on TikTok. Wow, I would never get therapy on TikTok. I one way or another, we all got issues.
A
We're
lot of
all
people
running
on
away from
TikTok ain't
something.
even right.
And this is supposed to be our entertainment. We're tired. We're working hard. We have life issues going on, and this is what we go on
Yeah.
TikTok so we can laugh and joke and keep
Definitely,
teasing each
definitely a
other.
bunch of weird ones out here.
There is a lot. There's definitely a lot. There's a lot. And I don't say I want to say they're weird. They are weird because I like to say they are weird, but I just think that's their personalities. That's just who they are. Good morning, mommy. My mom's just came in. We just gotta accept people for who they are. I don't try to change people. Where I think a lot of people on TikTok like to give the therapy. They like to have therapy sessions. I'm gonna sit there and tell you how you were supposed to be, and it's like, yeah. And then do people really listen at this grown ass age? Do you really listen to what people tell you? I mean, I pay my dues. Did you pay your dues, chosen?
Ah,
Did you pay your dues? Did you like? Are you at the age that you've learned some lessons the hard way?
oh yeah,
Right. I think that's the best. That's the best teacher. Living life.
oh yeah.
Hmm. I get that, but I get your sleep schedule as well because even for me, I had one maybe like 15 years ago, if not longer. My shift was from 3 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's been 15 years. I still wake up at 3 o'clock, at 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning every day, even though I don't have to be at work until 8:30 now. But my
Right.
body's still conditioned and programmed to wake up that early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I'd be so exhausted talking to people sometimes because it should be very simple, right?
Oh yeah, it should be. But I mean, you don't always work out like that.
Oh, because even when I was asking you about the fire, well, you don't even call it fireball, but even when you were talking
Yeah.
about that game, right?
Football.
Yeah, I asked you about it. Obviously didn't understand what you were saying,
Yeah.
right? And then you just repeated it back to me. Did you get angry at me or
Uh,
defensive at me? Or was I being
nah.
feisty to you? You know what I mean? I was just asking you questions about what you were saying.
Yeah.
And you were able to articulate it in a way that made me understand. You know why? Because it was
Right.
true. Because it was
Right. Right.
true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But when you're lying about things, you can't articulate what you're trying to say because you're
Right.
lying.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, like thank you for just agreeing with me. You're so cute. He's like, yep, sure, okay, whatever you just said. I'm not really paying attention. Okay, so I know when you get home, especially during the daytime, it's kind of hard to like just go straight to bed. You have to like,
Yeah. That's why I normally just gotta work out, give my body
mhm,
to wind down.
right. That's the why was it? I can never say that. I can never say my W's. Wind down time.
Yeah.
Wind down
Yeah.
time. Right. Yeah. So what time do you normally? How long does it actually take you to actually go to bed?
Uh, it just depends on how my morning was. Like most of the time, I'll be asleep by noon. But I mean,
Okay.
sometimes if I work out, then I might end up being watching some type of TV show or something. So sometimes
Right.
it might be a little later, 3 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And then you
But
sleep.
most time I'm asleep by 6.
Okay. Because you got to be
Uh,
up by what, 12?
yeah, but I gotta be up by 11 and get to work by midnight.
Okay. Let me see this. Let me just see what this is. Good morning, Rough Country.
Yeah,
Good morning.
but it was crazy here this past weekend, man. We had a bunch of tornadoes.
Did you really?
Oh yeah,
Oh. When I used to
tornado
live.
actually hit right down the street from my house.
Oh, God bless you that it didn't hit your house. I used to live
Mm-mm.
in I used to live in Georgia, and and when I first moved there, because again I am from New York, and so I don't know nothing
What up,
about
Trap?
I don't know anything about the hey truck. I don't know nothing about the South, right? So I remember the
Yeah,
first time I heard a siren. I was like, what the hell is that noise? I was like, and you hear the siren going off, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, okay, is that a tornado? Because then I started going on. Somebody kept on calling me, or I called somebody or something, and they told me that's a tornado warning. And so we had a
Right.
lot of tornadoes in where I was in Georgia, because I was in North Georgia.
Right.
And yeah, so and they've hit schools right down the block from me. I mean, they will tear things down. Tornadoes are definitely no joke.
Oh yeah.
So that definitely is a rough patch. Let me speak to hey Ruff. You know you in the box? Is he sleeping?
What's
Ruff
going on,
country.
bro?
Are you there?
Know what's going on?
Hey Ruff, you there? Ruff country. I don't know. He's not
Probably
there.
heard you.
No, I think he's probably working because I hear noises in the background. He probably
It's
don't even
like
know.
real low.
Is he snoring?
Nah, he was sound like he was talking, but it was just real low.
Let me let him down. You know,
Almost like he was whispering.
you know how TikTok be going. TikTok be
Yeah.
bringing people up and they don't even know that they're up.
Good
Right.
morning, good morning,
What
Oh,
up,
good
Trap?
morning.
good morning,
What's
Man,
going on, bro?
just sitting up here in Jersey watching these buses
Oh
ride on side of me.
Is
yeah.
it
Yeah,
cold?
man.
Is it snowing up there?
Oh no. It's about 60 degrees.
Oh, that's nice weather for New Jersey.
It's raining. It's
Oh,
raining though.
be careful,
Man,
please.
it
I
was
appreciate all
crazier
the
Saturday, bro. Man, it was
Man.
cyclones everywhere.
Oh, I know.
cyclone.
Trust me. I think they say 34 people are unalive due to the storm.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
shit. You know my old house I was at 2 years ago. Man, that whole neighborhood got tore up, man.
Mm-mm. I seen it with my own two eyes. I actually just do one of my videos because and like I said, I'm from New York, so I don't see that type of stuff. And when the first tornado hit around the block for me, I couldn't believe the damage that a tornado could do.
Oh
It's just
yeah.
not on TV. I only saw it on TV. Then again, I didn't know cotton fields existed anymore in America until I moved to the South and I saw a cotton field. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was in
Oh
shock.
yeah.
I was like, "This cotton fields here? I thought we got our
God,
cotton from
gee.
China."
Yeah, buddy.
I didn't know that. Truck trapping. What is your what was your favorite game when you was growing up?
Favorite game?
Hmm.
Game like board game or video game
Anything,
or
it could be either or because I know you probably in my generation we went outside to play a game, right?
yeah, we stayed outside. We stayed at the park shooting basketball
Right.
or we used to have I'm from the country. Well, I ain't gonna say the country, but it was
Hmm.
country living where we was at, and we all had BB guns and
Right.
football helmets. So we used to run around the neighborhood playing with our own Call of Duty. We didn't have Call of Duty. We played Call of
Oh,
Duty with
love
ourselves.
that. That's exactly what I was talking to Chosen about before. Chosen was telling me
Yeah.
about this game that he was playing, and Chosen,
I
what was the name
guarantee,
of the game?
I guarantee Trap know about it. Hey, Trap. So you ever heard of court ball?
When you throw the
Where you
ball up against the wall,
where you take the tennis ball and wrap it up in a newspaper and set it on fire to make it real hard, like a real baseball, and it's like playing baseball. Like you got an actual stick.
stick ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
stick
basic stick
ball.
ball, but we
Yeah,
used to
stick
call it
ball.
court ball.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so when he was describing, because of course we didn't have that. I mean, we did have stickball, right? So in
Yeah,
New
that
York.
is the same thing. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so now that you've said that name, but the way that he was describing it, right? I
Mm.
thought that he set the ball on fire and was hitting the ball while it was
Oh
on
shit, no.
fire.
Oh no.
No, that's the hard enough to. Yeah,
I was like, what kind of game were y'all playing back then?
yeah. I was gonna say I don't know nothing about no fireball, but
Oh, see, you
the
doing
only
the same
fireball
thing,
I knew about is the
Chuck.
liquor store.
Okay. You thought the same thing I did because I was like, where were your
Oh
parents
man.
at? I was like, I I know. Okay, so at least it wasn't. See, it wasn't just me chosen. It
Oh
was
yeah.
Travis, and he was in the country part too. So, but I'm saying, but we did danger. So, what you were talking about too, truck trapping. We did dangerous stuff like that. You over here playing BB guns with helmets on, and we play
Yeah.
with like fireworks. You know those fireworks that
Yup.
you know. And throw it at each other. We didn't think about stuff like that.
The
We
Roman
just did
candles.
it.
Yeah, the
And
Roman
we have
candles. We shoot at each other.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. It was fun. We were getting hurt. We didn't care. We didn't cry about it. We didn't tell on each
Coming
other.
off with bruises and scrapes and this and that. You just, you keep it moving.
You just keep it moving. That's what made us tough. That's what made us tough. That's what made us fucking tough, and I think that's what makes us resilient. I honestly, and we don't do those things anymore. And I also was too for me. I know that it was, you weren't allowed in the house. You weren't.
That built up our immune system. That actually built up our immune system
You're
because
playing in the dirt.
we,
You
we
gotta go outside and play
yeah,
in the dirt. Right now,
everybody was
everybody's in the
germed up.
gym. Yeah, exactly. And that's what built up our immune system, and that's what made us healthy. Because we
Yep.
was out now. You can't nowadays. Everybody's sick over something. There's always somebody sick of something. But they don't go outside and play in the dirt. Go outside. It's nothing gonna hurt you if you go outside and play in the dirt. It's not gonna
I
kill
don't,
you.
I
We was
don't.
make
If y'all hear
we
me
was back
coughing, that
making
ain't no
mud
COVID cough.
pies.
Just believe that.
Oh, that's okay. We're definitely 6 feet away from you.
I'm waking bacon, so it's all
Shit,
good.
we was making mud pies back then.
Con.
Well, everything. Our nails were all dirty, and it's not like we were in that dirt, and I loved it. It was fun. It was fun. I had a
Oh
good, and
yeah.
we had those memories, So there was a young man on here earlier, chosen the guy that told you that he was happy you were there because I was saving him. He was saying when I asked him about what kind of games he named a video game, and I was just like, I don't know that game. He's like, and he's getting mad at me because I don't know that video game. I'm like, well, have you ever like played outside? Did you ever play
Mm,
outside? Hopscotch and kickball and tag.
man,
Those I don't know. Do they even
all
have
my kids were 2 year apart, so I made them go outside.
and
Ain't no video game in here. Y'all keep your ass outside.
and my kids as well. Kids were supposed to be seen and not hurt, or because my thing was when my growing up, if my mother saw me, she was giving me something to do. She
Yep.
was giving me something to
Or you gonna
clean,
go
something
take
to
a nap.
fix. Go take a
One or the
nap, right?
other. Yeah, one or the other.
And
Yep.
don't tell me you hungry either. You stay out my
No,
kitchen.
really.
No, really, and I raised my kids that way as well. It was just like so. That's the reason why we were outside because if we came inside the house, we knew that our parents were gonna have find us something to do, or we had to go take a nap. So we
Yep.
wanted to be outside. We didn't want to be in our parents' faces all the damn time because they would tell us what to do. At times, I guess, like Chosen was saying, times have definitely changed. But that goes back to again, Chosen about to parenting. I don't think that's society. I think that's just parenting because I'm in a different generation than my mom, but I still decided to raise my children the way that my mom raised me.
Mm.
Um, I was telling Chosen how because he said kids don't do that anymore. I said I see kids outside of I will sit outside my house, in a chair and see all the kids running up and down the street, riding their bicycles, playing basketball. So the kids do that. But Chosen was saying something about people are kind of afraid that the kids are getting kidnapped. Well, kids were getting kidnapped in my day too.
Yeah, but we had an old method that actually worked. And even though they were snatching kids back then, it wasn't as it wasn't as frequent as it is now, and it wasn't as publicized as it is now.
Yeah, I think
But
that's
Yeah,
it.
but
and that's what I was saying.
back
Hmm.
then
That's
we
what I was
ran in
saying.
groups. Even the latchkey
Right,
kids, when you walked home from school, it was a group of y'all. It
right,
wasn't just one with earbuds in their ears and they shorts all up their ass, not paying attention to what's going
right.
on around them. You see what I'm saying? You walked in groups. So even when you got home or what have you, you went outside to play. Your friends came over. It was a group of bicycles going up and down the street and around the corner into the park. It wasn't just one.
We were never
So
alone, right? And like
we
like I was telling, like with me, with Chosen, I go outside and I'm watching the neighborhood kids. So you know what I mean? I'm out there. So if I see a
exactly.
car pulling up, I'm gonna be like, who's that called? Do you know that person? Like, I'm asking. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those neighbors. I'm gonna be figure. I'm gonna what? Those are my children too. They're not biologically
We
mine.
had a village.
We had a
That's it.
village,
We had a
absolutely
village.
right. Because everybody was more concerned about others than themselves, and I think a lot of times in society, everybody's more worried about themselves than others. Unfortunately.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Everybody is more about themselves now.
Yeah.
And that's what diminished the village.
That's
Everybody is for self.
right, but then all you could do is just build your own village, right? That's what I do in my community here. I sit there because all my kids are grown; they're at the house, and so like I said, so seeing children playing outside gives me joy. Like that makes me so smile to see them laughing and smiling and running up all over the neighborhood. I really enjoy it. So yeah, if I see them that they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, or somebody, thank goodness I haven't never seen anybody trying to pick anybody up or kidnap them. But I'm up there. I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna scream at your kids. I don't care if I'm in the grocery store and I see this little bratty baby on the floor having a fit. Get up the floor. What are you doing on the floor?
Really though.
I don't care. Let your mother say. I dare your mother to say something to me. That's the reason why you acting like that. But you know what happens? I think people are afraid to do that. But I don't think I've ever got any pushback from anybody letting me yell at their kids. Nobody ever told me don't yell at my kids. Because if anything, that distracts them, the child, from actually doing what they're doing. Because here's a stranger talking to them, and all of a sudden they stop kicking and screaming. They're all of a sudden they're getting in like now they want their mommy, and now they're behaving the way that they're supposed to be because they're embarrassed or they're scared because a stranger came up in there and yelled at them.
I got a brother that won't leave his kids at my house because I
Really?
told him I whip ass. I do not play that. If I whip my kids' ass, I'm gonna whip your kids' ass too if they're doing wrong. Period. And I'm sorry. That's just that's me. I mean, he grew up in the same household I grew up. We
Mhm.
got an ass whipping daily. Growing up with four boys, we did a lot of mischievous
I
stuff.
believe. Oh hell yeah, I believe it.
But it we not behind them bars. We not in that dirt.
Right,
We out here and we still providing for our families as good men.
right.
So at the end of the day, bruh, even though a lot of people say, "Oh, we in a new day and a new age," some of the old stuff still work. You just gotta you just
Why
gotta
fix it if it
perfect it.
ain't
That's
broken?
it.
Why fix it if it ain't broken? I don't understand it. If it ain't broken,
That's
why are we
it.
trying to fix it? It worked. It worked for our parents. It worked for our parents' parents. It works. So why are we gonna try to change it up?
I'm tired of people getting on TikTok too, talking about I need counseling because my daddy whipped me when I was 16. Well, get over it. You 75 now. What the hell you need counseling for? You can live most of your life.
Literally, trap. We would actually just talk. Somebody came up in the box and they said they come on TikTok for therapy, and I was like, "What? That's the worst place you should be going."
I mean, I mean, I can understand using it as therapy in a sense to say, okay, I want to just talk, I want to vent. But ain't nobody on here really can give you advice because nobody
Right.
walked in your shoes. And truth be told, a therapist can't even really give you
And
advice.
they
They
usually
can't do
don't.
shit for you that you don't want to do for yourself. They
Oh,
can't
I
help
love
you if
that.
you're not willing to help yourself. And that's what
That's
they tell you when you
Yeah,
go to
that's what they tell
therapy.
you. And usually therapy,
I
all they're
can't do nothing.
doing is letting you talk and they're repeating what you say back to you so you could get your own understanding. Because it makes sense when you hear it, somebody what you're saying comes back to you, and then you could actually think about what's going on with you. It's actually self-reflection when you go to therapy. You just let it, instead of writing it out in a book or or writing in a journal or something like that, you just spewing it out to somebody. They're not giving you no type of judgment and giving it back to you. But on TikTok, they're gonna judge you. They're gonna fucking judge you.
Yeah. That's the name of my page, The Village, and it says we listen and we judge. But that's what people do.
I love that.
That's a human trait. Everybody judge people.
Right.
If you got a best friend, every time you take that best friend to the store and they stealing something, and then you get in the car and this and that, and you see every time you brought this person to the store they stealing something, you're gonna be real hesitant on leaving your purse or your wallet in front of that person alone. You judging. That don't mean your friend gonna steal from you just because they steal from the store. But shit, I ain't gonna take that chance.
Right.
And
It's like,
that you passing judgment, and
it
that's just what it
is.
is.
No, you're absolutely right. When people ask me, they're like, "Are you judgmental?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I am very judgmental now. Because how can you not judge somebody? Now, can you judge them and treat them wrongly? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Is that the right thing to do? No. But I know how to judge them and know how to move around somebody. Just like you said, you're not gonna leave your wallet around them, and am I gonna stop being that person's friend? No. You know what I'm saying? But I just know how to
Exactly.
move around them.
There you go.
Right. So you're supposed to like you have to judge a situation, right? So if you see a traffic, going back and forth, you're not just gonna jump into the
And just
you're
say,
gonna
hey,
judge
I'm gonna sit here. Exactly.
especially with truck driving. I'm pretty sure you guys use a lot
Man,
of judgment calls on that too, right?
finna
How much
go
space you have
around and hit
between
that
you and the other
CV.
car, right? So I can't stand when people say they're not judgmental. I'm like, yes, you are. Stop. That's you lying right there, and I'm judging you for saying that shit.
There's a lot of people that's hypocritical on here because I've heard, I hate a liar. I can't stand a liar. I could never be with a liar. But that's saying you can't be with yourself because everybody breathing on God's green nerve lies.
That's
Whether
not
it's a
true.
little
I'm
white,
not a
yeah,
liar.
no, whether it's a little white lie, whether it's not telling the whole truth, or
Oh,
whether it's a lie to hurt you, it's still a
okay.
lie. All
I
of it's
get.
still a
Oh,
lie, you
okay.
know.
Wait. So okay. So your understanding of a lie. I like always ask the people this because I don't think that's a liar. If I omit information, that doesn't make me a liar.
That's called lying by omission.
So that's still considered in
There
your
you go.
definition. That's still a liar.
No, yeah, I mean, even in the history books, in the dictionary, it's still a liar. I mean,
I'm
everybody
gonna have to
breathing
look that
lies.
shit up. I don't
God
believe it. Good morning,
gave you the
Mama Bunny.
common sense to decipher which lie gonna hurt you and which lie gonna make you laugh. That's all.
But that's still considered a lie.
Huh?
That's
That
not okay.
motherfucker
So
hit my mirror.
look. Okay, so chosen. What is your definition of a lie? Is omitting information still considered a lie?
I mean, it depends on how many times I have to keep asking for the information.
Okay, so that makes sense. I get that. Chris, he's in the box? I don't know if he knows he's in the box.
What up? What up?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Trap, hit me up, man. I've been waiting on you, bro.
Oh, really?
For the jet.
I didn't know you was ready. I was waiting on this other cat that just went and got his hazmat. He waiting to take the test, but he got his twit card and he went and took his fingerprint. All right, appreciate it. Whenever
Yeah,
you
just
ready, man. You left your number in my DM.
yeah, like a month ago.
Oh shit, my bad, bro. I've been
He's a
under
very
a lot
popular
of stuff.
guy.
I've been having a lot of stuff going on. I just didn't have time to really check it. My bad. But I will get with you because the next order is at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know what's what. You supposed to be shooting me the breakdowns and everything.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because I said I'm gonna shoot you a copy of the list to show you how they pick their loads. So
Yeah.
yeah. I remember now.
Because they got
I
a
just
lot
had
of
a lot
money.
of stuff going on. That's all. I'm up here in Jersey right now dealing with this traffic and offloading on the street.
Mm.
Oh
So
no.
good morning, Chris.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. But since you're in my box, I'm
What
sorry. I
it
know
do?
you have a beautiful woman next to you, so I'm not going to be too fresh with you. But
Nah, she don't trip like that. She get on here when I'm in the panel with 10 women. She ain't tripping like that. What's good?
I understand, but I still know how to monitor. I know how to be respectful anyway. The question of the day is, what was your favorite game growing up?
My favorite game, as in playing with somebody, or like an electronic game.
Absolutely playing with somebody. Not by yourself in a video game. Not a video game.
My favorite game, I liked playing 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 football, and I would be the all-time quarterback. We go find a field, and I love playing quarterback. I love playing that 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 where you got 4 wide receivers trying to go out and catch it. I love playing that.
I love that. Now let me ask you something. Did that involve BB guns?
Absolutely not.
Well, Truck was over here saying that he goes out, put football helmets on, and they shoot each other with BB guns, or do that, pew pew each other with BB
I mean,
guns.
Now,
That
out in the
was
country, I've heard of that being fun out in the country, but I'm from the city, and you hit me with anything, and I say ouch or I see blood, I'm turning that upside
You
down, and
can't
it's
get
now
blood with a
considered a
BB gun.
yeah, it's now considered a bat, and we don't play like that around where I'm from. I've
But
been to a paintball gun range, and even that wasn't fun.
oh hell no.
those paintballs hurt. I've done that with my kids before because one of my kids wanted to do that for his birthday, and I took a whole bunch of kids and we went out to the paintball field. Man, I was hiding the whole entire time. I was like, I ain't playing this game. That thing hurt. I was bruised. Those paintball guns are no joke. And they're hard. They're fast. So I can imagine with a BB gun. No, don't get me wrong. My son, I'm a city girl too. I'm from New York, but I moved to Georgia when they were little, and so they grew up in the country, and so they all had BB guns, and they were outside shooting deer, not and fox
Man, how
and
the fuck I
anything they
get
can
out
with
of
BB
here?
guns.
Hey, I'm about to mute y'all. I'm about to mute y'all for 1 second. I'm about to go
No,
check
you're
in at this
fine, baby.
receiver.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got it.
I got to drop right now.
Oh, I like a drop.
I gotta
Take,
figure out how I gotta
drop
turn
that
around and
load,
get the hell
baby.
up
Drop
out of
that
here.
load. I love truckers. Truckers drop loads all the time.
Man. 3/4 of a mile turn right, huh? I gotta get the hell out of Jersey. These streets too little.
They really are. When I go, but when I mean, tell you, when I go back to New York, because all my family's still in New York, I the anxiety that I have driving in New York because not only are they little, but there's so many damn curves. I can't even imagine doing with a truck. You know what I mean? So this is like it's well, and like I'm from Long Island, and so if I'm going into Manhattan or even to the Brooklyn or to Queens, it's like even the bridges are small. Everything is very narrow. They're not made for wide cars. And everybody goes fast. Nobody goes slow. Good morning, Zaddy.
Man, this is crazy. All these
Do
damn
you
school
normally go
bumpers.
to New Jersey? I mean, I
No,
never heard.
this load paid real decent,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't never go into the
Good
city,
morning, Enzo.
but this load paid real decent, and I was like, shit, I'm going to the city today.
Okay, so do you? Okay, so it really depends on the load. It doesn't depend on the location.
No, it depends on how much the load paying.
Okay. So, because you know what I notice a lot of times, because I'm in Tampa, right, and we
Hmm.
have a dock here, and so there's a lot of imports that come in and exports, and I would think that a lot of these truckers that I meet on TikTok will come into Tampa to pick up a load, but they never really come into Florida. Do they not pay well to go into Florida?
It pays real good coming into Florida. You just don't never get nothing coming out of Florida.
Oh, okay.
That's what the situation is.
That makes because they're not really importing anything out. So we're bringing things into Florida, but we're not really taking anything out of Florida.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, thank you for clearing that up because I be asking people.
yeah.
Okay, so that definitely makes sense. But I can never meet any of these truckers. They never want to come to Tampa to meet me.
Yeah, because
That's a
there's
lie.
nothing
One of
ever
them
really.
did. One of them did. One of them did, and they fronted. One of them did, and they fronted. But I ain't gonna mention him.
You get paid good to go in there, but not to come out. I mean, it's like when you go in there, you get stuck.
You get stuck because you want to make money at the end of the day, right? You just don't want to
Yeah,
don't come to where it's nice and warm. You rather be in the cold where it's snowing and raining.
truth be told, I make well since I was in my wife's truck, I make a nice living in the wintertime because I do a lot of things that a lot of drivers don't do. A
Well,
lot of
because
them
of
don't like to
experience,
go out
right?
on the snow, but a lot of them don't know how to drive on the snow as well.
Yeah, nigga.
That's true. That's very true. Chosen, do you know how to drive in the snow?
Hell yeah.
You know
Shit,
what?
I've been out here for 20 plus years. Shit, I've been.
Say that.
Right, oh yeah, you got air tornadoes. You got horrible weather over there. Um, and growing up, right, we had snow tires. I remember my dad used to have to
Yeah,
change the tires and put snow
Yeah,
we put
tires in.
chains on and all that.
yeah.
Well, I don't know about
I don't do all that. If I got a chain up, I shut down. A late load better than no load.
Yeah.
okay. I love that. I love that idea. And yeah, exactly. Because if you ain't
Cause you
making it,
know sometimes you're in situations where they
Well, you
don't better
got
put
to.
their
Yeah,
messages out on
yeah.
Targetron and
Yeah,
Even though coming down the mountain, next you know, shit, you gotta change up.
yeah,
That's. I mean,
yeah,
it's a high rewarding job, but I guess it's a lot. It's very stressful, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah. But like you say, the reward, if you know what you're doing in the business side of it, the reward of it outweighs the work.
Oh yeah.
I mean, by far. But
So,
it's
is there a
steady
retirement
dwindling.
age on truck driving?
What
After
now?
800
Is
feet,
there a
turn right onto
retirement
5th
age?
Street.
Are you addicted to the money? Do you say like, you know what, at 65 years old, I'm not going to be driving these trucks anymore. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the rest of my life, just relaxing.
I'm
I mean
I'm
that all depends on the individual
yeah. I'm
and
already
their
retired.
lifestyle.
I'm retired and I'm back out here starting a business for my wife. So
Okay.
I mean, it sitting at home and after you've been working your whole life, it's kind of hard to just sit around and not do
Oh
nothing.
yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I completely
Yeah.
understand that because I know
That's
that's how my dad retired at 50 because he used to work for transit. He used to drive the trains in the city.
Uh,
And right after he retired early and he got back up and he was started driving taxi cabs. He was just like, he was so used to
Now
just
turn
moving
right.
around. But it's amazing how I hear people on the internet, they'll be like, I'm retired at
you
45.
gotta
And I'm like,
keep
oh,
moving.
and I'm
You
like,
gotta
and
keep
what else are you
moving though.
doing? And they're not doing anything else. They ain't working. They ain't doing nothing. Just being on
Yeah.
TikTok. And I'm like, I don't want to be retired and not do anything because you have to use your mind. That's what makes. That's why there's 80-year-old, 90-year-old people still around because they used to just moving around, moving their body.
Yeah. Shit. Once you sit still, shit, you on the line.
That's right.
there you
That's
go.
the only time I want to sit still is when I'm in that grave. Other than that, I want to keep on
All right,
moving
I'm
around.
back.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're back.
Already.
Had to go
That's
check in. I
Yeah.
can't believe they opened up their doors that quick.
Definitely gotta stay moving.
Yeah.
And they always talk about that's a bad thing that to keep them that they you know. I was talking to Chosen about the TikTok rhetoric. There's like a book or something that people just keep on repeating the same stories over and over again. And so one of those TikTok rhetorics on TikTok is that we were programmed, not to, that's a bad thing since we were little to keep busy, and how we that we're not supposed to some type of ism that we're not supposed to be kept busy because of how we were, our ancestors and all this other stuff. And I'm like, but it's not a bad thing to be kept busy. It's a good thing. Now, what you're doing with
Gotta
your
keep
time is
moving.
you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. You got to keep on using your brain. That's what keeps us healthy. I mean, exercise is good. Moving around, using our brain is
After
exercise.
1,000 feet,
Is
turn
good.
left towards Newark.
Oh
Sitting
yeah.
Man,
around and
I got some
yeah,
neighbors down the street, man. The husband is 98 and the wife was
okay.
96.
I love that.
And they his name is Dick, and he walk up and down the street every day, talk to all my kids. And like 3 weeks ago, man, his wife passed.
Oh, so
Oh
sorry to hear
wow.
that.
She was 96, and they had
Right?
about a half an acre, and she push
Now turn
mowed
left.
that every summer I knew her. And I've been living there since I was 12, and she was pushing that lawnmower then. I'm 37 now, and she just went to bed with her husband one day and just didn't wake up.
Damn
Look at
it.
that. But she lived a life. I think she lived a life.
Man, she was out there doing it, man. She would be out
Now
there in that
continue
field.
straight
It'd be
ahead.
110, and she out there pulling weeds by hand.
I love
He
Oh,
cool. He cool in the
After
fan,
one and a
man.
half miles, keep right.
exactly. And that's something that she enjoyed doing.
Yeah. She was
Yeah,
a
she wanted
soldier.
to do it. And they had the money. They had the money to have somebody do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
He
but
was
you got to
a
keep active. You
Yeah.
got
he
to,
was a
bruh.
retired X-ray technician.
Oh
I'm
wow.
gonna show you
Okay.
something. I retired from the trucking industry for 1 year. 1 year. I tore up the toilet, the face bowl, and the garbage disposal, trying to fix it. I did it on purpose, trying to fix it just to have something to do. My wife made me go get a truck and leave the house. She was like, "No, and call the plumber on your way out," because I fucked up everything.
At least you tried. At least you tried.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
yeah, but that's not my expertise. She was like, "You need to get your head back in the truck. I can't take care of you and two babies."
Yeah.
It was like,
She's probably used to you not being around.
Man, hey,
yeah,
speaking of that, man, my wife, man, if it wasn't for her being as technically inclined as she is to fix stuff, because me and most men, if it breaks, just buy another one, right?
Just buy another one.
Oh,
There you
wow.
go.
So
That's the
the front
best bet.
loader, so the front loader messed up, and I'm on there ordering another one. She was like, "Nah, get this part off Amazon." I'm like, "What?" So she found a $30 part on Amazon. Went in there, took the dashboard apart, plugged some new stuff up. Dishwasher worked. I was like, "Well, shit, here go a couple
Oh
hundred for you
yeah,
on Amazon."
yeah.
I love
Stove did it. She got a $50 panel for the stove. Fixed the stove. Dishwasher went out. Got a $30 breaker and some kind of fuse that went in the back. Fixed the dishwasher. I'm like, so you mean to tell me all I had to do was tell you something was broke instead of buying a new one?
Sometimes it be that easy, man.
it really is that easy. And you obviously have an amazing wife that knows how to do those things.
We just don't be wanting to deal with it.
I just buy another one.
Well, I mean, because also too, you guys are too busy doing other things. That's why you don't have time to sit around and fix things. So
I got 5 kids in the truck.
yeah, no, that's completely understandable. I mean, like you know, but you know what? I mean, because I'm the same way, and that's how my mother brought me up. You know, know how to fix things. A lot of women out here don't know how to fix things, and that's when I hate when they look TikTok rhetoric about 50-50, right? But what you described, Chris, is exactly what you 50-50 doesn't mean have to be money. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be you will provide, you outside, you out there working, and she's over there in the house fixing and saving you money actually by doing
Yeah, because like the last thing I did when I got home, I was up for like 35 hours, dead tired, got home, and when I was talking on the way home, because I knew she wouldn't be there, she was dropping off the kids. I was coming from Illinois. She was like, man, I need to get back out there in the backyard and get it cut down and stuff. I'm gonna do that while you sleep. So as soon as I parked my truck, cut the front yard, cut the backyard, picked up all the stuff that she wanted moved, went in the house. And there was something major that she wanted done in the house. It was stupid. I did all that stuff in the house, hung up all the clothes for her because I see she didn't have time to get to it.
Oh.
By the time she got home, I'm dead beat tired. And she came home and got dressed, got a little cowgirl boots on and stuff, and went in the backyard. She said, "Who did all this? Why ain't you sleep?" I said, "Man, you said you wanted it done. I'm good at physical labor, but I'm not hooking up no wires to no dishwasher. Just around AC come on."
I love it. That's beautiful. How long have you been married, Chris?
11 years. We met each other real young. I was 11, she was 12.
What's up, bro?
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. And I think, do you guys think, and I don't know, Truck and Chosen as well, do you think that, I think it's easier but harder when you marry when you're young, because you both don't know shit and you're both learning it at the same time, versus getting married when you're 30 or 40 or 50 years old. I've been doing shit my own way for 30 years. You've been doing shit your own way for 30 years. And now we got to try to figure out which way is the best way.
I'm going to tell you my answer to that, and it's a two-part answer.
Okay.
If you marry a woman that was raised to be a wife, it don't matter when you get married, everything's going to fall into place. If you marry a woman that was told by her mama to be an employee, meaning go to school, get a job, to fend for yourself, it's going to be horrible marrying that person.
No wonder I wasn't made to be a wife. Thank you.
No, it took a long time for me to get where I needed to be, because we didn't have no agreement or nothing. We just, after high school and all through middle school and high school, we dated other people without a problem. We dated other people. We test drove other cars, so on and so forth. There was even a point in time that me and her was living together, taking care of the kids. She had a boyfriend and I had a girlfriend. We kept everything outside. And finally, after the dating scene, we looked at each other and was like, "Hey, man, this ain't working." And she was like, "Yeah, babe, you want to go ahead and get married?" And we went ahead and got married in our 20s. After we got the house, after she got the car, after she got done with her degree, after I found a little management job at a fast food place making decent money, then we went and got married when we had stuff. It take you 30 minutes to get married, but I believe in God, and when you get him involved in stuff, it say till death do us part. So it was serious to me, and I never wanted to jump into getting married real fast, because 90% of them end in the first 2 years because of finances. I mean, that's just a proven fact. So we went, did our thing in Vegas for a week, had a lot of fun, but her mama was the one that told her, "Go to college, get this, that, and the other." Now she got an $80,000 piece of paper just sitting on the shelf. Like, man, I wish I wouldn't have listened to her.
So let
He
me ask
said
you.
$80,000 piece of paper.
May I do this? So let
Hold
me ask you
up.
something. Do you think it
Yeah,
was?
shit.
Do you
I
think
was
it was?
24 when I got married.
So so she was a mother before you got married?
Yeah, we had our first kid.
Okay.
I was 16 in high school.
Okay, so when she got so was it because her mother raised her to be a wife, or that she was a mother and she just knew how to do things for her kids?
No, she was raised to be an employee. She didn't get to see the happy married couple, and the reason why is because, like I said, 90% of the people around her was work. The women were working 2 and 3 jobs, and I'm sitting here like, and I told her one day, quit your job. I'm tired of this. I married you to take care of our kids, not to be out here hustling just as hard as I am. There's plenty of hustlers out here. Plenty of hustling women out here. I raised you to be a wife. I want to be with you for you to be my wife.
Quite.
But there's absolutely not a problem either with a woman that's there to help you if you do slip or you do fall.
Just eat the cake, Anna May. No, I'm just fucking with you. Hey, I feel you, bro. But I gave my wife that option.
You gotta be able to balance each other out.
Yeah. I gave my wife the option though. Hey, you don't have to work if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I did give her that option.
So I'm laughing because it's like the way that he's a caveman. All right, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I'm gonna be nice to you. I understand. I could definitely understand what you're saying.
But he right though. He right.
No, he's not.
He got a valid point. Because guess what? Yeah, those children are not coming from a single parent household. They will become productive citizens of society because they look at the fact that how this man treats his wife and how his wife treats him. So they will have a better judgment of character in men and women. Yeah, yes, they will, and the statistics have proven that.
No, well, I guess I'm not going to talk about why range of people that I don't know. Me personally, I raised 2 boys by myself. 2 boys by myself. Mm-hmm. They are very well. Let's go back to where Chris was saying. I've worked. I grew up in a 2-family household. I worked since I was 12 years old. My mother was a stay-at-home wife, right? So she stayed home. She cooked and cleaned and did all that other stuff as well. I worked because to me it was. If you want something, well, I had a paper route. That was my first job, right? Earning money. It's called getting responsibility. It had nothing to do with anything except for learning how to be responsible. So I've worked all my life. I had 2 children by myself. I raised them by myself to be very productive men. One is both of them left my house when they were 18 years old. One is in the Army. The other one is in Arizona, been in Arizona for 10 years. And he raises my grandson on his own. So he never had... So statistically, yes, maybe, but personally, I don't believe any of that rhetoric that I'm gonna call it rhetoric. That you got, I understand what you're saying because a lot. Yes, there are people out there that are like what people like you, both you were saying, but I'm just not one of them.
Let me ask you something, just out of curiosity. Do you think a woman can teach a man how to be a man?
It's depending on what your definition of being. He's already going to be a man, but what do you mean by how to be a man?
No.
Y'all ain't know how to fix a fucking stove.
No.
You'd rather just pay somebody to do it. Is that a definition of a man? A person knows how to fix things?
I mean, just because you don't know how to fix something don't mean you ain't no man.
Well, I can tell you what.
He got the money to go pay to get somebody to fix it.
That's even though I can't
fix that phone, I'm willing to die for you. That stove ain't.
Okay. So let's go back to what a man is. So when you say, "Can I raise a man?" A boy,
you can clothe a boy. You can feed him. You can pretty much groom him, do whatever you feel you want to do to him. But ain't no woman can teach a man how to be a man, just like ain't no man can teach a woman how to be a woman. So when I asked you that,
but I want to know what your definition of a man, because to me, right, a man is a man who knows how to cook, who knows how to fix a stove, right? And in your examples, none of you know how to do that shit. So I want to know what is your definition of what a man is? How?
A man is a male that's willing to sacrifice and give up his freedom for his family.
And I
A male that's willing to sacrifice a meal to make sure his family eats. A male that's willing to give more than he receives.
so okay.
That's what makes a man.
Okay, so a woman can't teach a man that? A
How you
woman?
gonna teach him? How you
I
gonna
can't
teach
teach
him?
him how to provide a meal. I can't teach him responsibility. I can't teach him how to put his family first. I can't teach him that.
I know some men right now still sit down when they pee because that's how their mama taught them how to pee.
Um,
And
I know some men who sit down peeing because they institutionalize and they don't want nobody up there.
no, don't get that
No, but I'm just
institutionalized
saying
shit
though.
because I've been locked up. I was locked up for 9 years and I don't sit down
My
and
bad.
pee.
I'm sorry, Troy. I don't mean it. But I'm saying though, I don't
Hell
think that
no.
ain't got anything to do with teaching them women. I mean, you get taught the way that you get taught. I don't think it has anything to do with the type of
I,
gender you are.
I don't think a woman could teach a man how to be a man, just like I don't think
You
a
don't
man could teach
understand that. You don't even
no
understand
no
what a
no.
man is.
The reason who don't understand what a man is?
You because you
Me?
talking about peeing on the. That's what makes you a man by standing up and peeing.
No, I was just making a point.
No,
Now you taking it somewhere else. I
no,
was just
but
making a
I'm
point.
asking you, what is your definition of a man? You told me your definition
And
of a man.
I
I asked you,
told you,
a
I told
woman
you,
can't.
I gave you three characteristics.
And so I'm asking you, a woman cannot teach a man how to or abort a child, how to be responsible and take care and put his family first.
Let me ask you something. Just to put it like this here. A woman, I'm gonna just show you, and this is statistically
And
proven
here we
too.
go
You
with
can
this
go
question.
and look it up too.
I don't need to look it up.
A woman will sacrifice her freedom for her child. A man
Mhm.
will sacrifice his freedom for his family. There's a big difference.
Okay,
But
what's
isn't
the,
that
okay?
because some fathers aren't around for them to sacrifice for their, you know what, never mind.
Huh?
I don't know what he's saying. But good morning, Brittany, and good morning, Daisy. I'm so sorry.
There's a big
You just said
difference.
no. There's not. What's the difference between a family and a child?
Why wouldn't you sacrifice your freedom for your husband?
Because he's a grown ass man.
Bingo. And if we thought that way and say, oh, that's a grown ass woman.
And you
A
should
lot of
think
us
that way. I don't think that. I don't think you shouldn't think that way. What's wrong? Why?
no.
Is she
Men
still
don't
still
think that way.
bleeding?
Men
Why?
don't think that way.
If you're responsible for your own actions, if you get yourself fucked up in a situation, then you're gonna have to get yourself out of it. You're a grown ass adult.
if I got people that's dependent on me, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that they don't go without as far as needs.
Amen.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
You just switching the
But
focus.
we're also
That
putting
means my
ourselves in a
wife, my
situation where
kids,
we
my
make them
dog,
depend on
whatever.
us.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna say good morning, Daisy. I need to. Good morning, Daisy. You there? I don't know. She knows she's in the box.
After 1,000 feet, keep left towards Interstate 280 West.
I don't think Daisy knows she's box. Daisy, I won't let you down, honey, because I don't know if you know that you're in the box. Good morning, Santa.
Hey, so I got a small question. You're the one that raising the two guys. How were you able to show your son the things that he needs to do and responsible for a woman?
Wait, what? Like, be an example. But what do you mean? Okay, so give me an example of that.
Have you taught your son when to come in and show a woman compassion because she's had a rough day?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm his mother, right? So if I had a rough day and my kids are running around going crazy, I'm telling my kids, listen, I need some time to myself. I've had a rough day, and I need it's called communication, right? So I'm teaching them that.
So you taught them communication, but how did you teach your son how to care for a woman in that situation besides giving her space?
Okay, mom can make mommy needs some tea. Mommy needs some, I don't know. How do you care for somebody when they need their space? That doesn't make any sense. But give me an example of that so I can understand.
Okay. Okay, so for an example, if I've seen that my wife has had a rough day, hey, let's sit down and talk about this for 10 minutes and figure out what we can do to make the situation better. So, for example, if I come home and can read body language, you can tell any man that's been married to a woman can tell the body language and something ain't right. So how have you taught your son how to walk into his house look at his wife and the things that he needs to do to try to
After
console
2
and
miles,
show
keep
compassion
left.
to that situation.
Okay, so for me, I don't want nobody around me when I don't need to have sit down and have a conversation. The last thing I want to do is actually talk to somebody about. Just give me some time and some space. But okay, but in your example, I don't shit. That's just the most silliest thing. And I can't relate. Honestly, I really can't relate of how I wouldn't teach my sons how to do that. It's not something that I don't think that's what's called being a man. Okay, but how did you learn? I mean, how did you learn to do that? So your dad sat there and said, "Son, I mean, your mother's having a hard day, and so you went just like a wife. Well, what a wife is supposed to do, or what a husband is supposed to do, a man is supposed to do, is you're supposed to do this." Your dad actually sat you down and taught you that. He said that to you.
I was adopted. I didn't have a dad. I had to learn it on the
You don't
fly. But
know.
what I
So you're
learned
talking about
was,
shit you don't even know. Come on,
so
and
what I did, so what I did was, I figured out on my own how to go to a woman, talk to her, figure out what needs to be done, and then from there on forth, I learned that trait.
right. Look, because
But
to me,
but
I
but but
learned
but
from
you
trial and
did
error.
have another male influence somewhere down the line, whether it been somebody off the street, whether it been a bum drinking, playing dominoes up under the tree, whether it been somebody in a church. You did have a male influence somewhere at some point in time to see that, to see how a
How to
man
be a
treats a
drunk?
woman, whether it even been on TV. At some point, you had some type of influence
Okay, so I don't
to say,
understand. So
okay,
why?
this is the
What
route I
would
need
it?
to take.
I understand. So what would be the difference of a man being that influence or versus a woman being the influence? So you're trying to tell me that a woman? I don't understand what the difference between.
Okay,
Aren't we just all human
okay.
beings?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Just like when you got, like, I got 6 girls and 4 boys.
Okay.
Okay, my boys mimic my moves of how I treat their mother. You see what I'm saying? When
Hmm.
they see this, because kids are sponges. Just like girls see how their father treats their mother, and then they see how their mother treats their father, and then when they go out and start dating and this and that or what have you, they look at that father figure. If that man don't compare to their father, they won't give him the time of day. And that's today's world. That's
Mm-hmm.
yesterday's world, and that's in the future as well.
Okay, I got it. Okay. I get it. I guess I don't know. I guess so. I mean, I understand. Listen, I understand you got. I understand you, man, and what you're saying. Do I believe it? No, because again, I've had my children. No, very compassionate. My oldest son works in a group home for teenagers who can't be at home, and because they have some type of disciplinary problem. And so so that's what he does. Like, and I said, he raises my grandson. So, and I raised him. So I don't, so he's learned how to have compassion. He knows how to do problem solving. He knows how to give people spaces with the children. Okay, so an example, right? My son, he is in a group home, and the kids, the boys, the teenagers are at each other. They're fighting with each other. They're arguing with each other. He's constantly in the middle of them fighting with each other and all that other stuff. I'm telling him, I said, Shannon, because his name is Shannon. I said, Shannon, I said, remember when you was in, I said, you got to utilize the tools that you used when you were growing up. I put you in Boy Scouts. I said, I said, you was in teams. You was in football and baseball. And so I said, take them outside. Take them outside to play a game and tell them, use their ego and say, hey, I bet you I can outrun you to the end of the block. And I'm saying, you got to challenge them. I said, get them distracted, change their mind, think of something else. Though that's me now. Is he a less of a man because his mother taught him that versus his dad?
No, no.
I'm not. I don't think anybody on here is saying that any man raised by a woman is lesser than a man.
No,
No
no,
one on
no,
this
no,
panel is
no, I'm
saying
not
that at
saying
all.
that. No,
No one
no.
on here is saying it at all. But I know good and heck well, if I had a daughter, there is absolutely no way I can teach her to be a full blown woman if I had to raise her by myself.
Really? So you don't know women? You don't know women? You don't know what women like? You said you know how to be a husband, right? What would be the difference between being a husband and being a dad?
After half a mile, keep
What
left.
would be
When you
the
show,
difference between
yeah,
being a husband and being a dad?
yeah. When you show the daughter of the same
If
compassion,
I
she
was
had a
a
hard day at
if
school,
I
right?
if I was just a dad not catering to a woman, they would never see the interaction between a woman and a man.
A man. There you
After a
go.
quarter of a mile,
So
keep
okay,
left towards
so
Interstate
you're saying
280
that it's the
west.
interactions. It's not really just the. It's just how. So when it, okay, so there's a different interaction. So it just whether okay, I understand you're doing gender role because I mean human beings are human beings, right? I'm not gonna treat one human being differently than another human being because they're a different gender.
I would
I
treat a
am.
male. I will treat a male
You are.
110% differently than a woman every day. I'm not
Hell
gonna go up
yeah.
to a woman. I'm not gonna go up to a woman with my hand out, ready to do a 10-part handshake and say "What's up, my nig?" Versus I walk up with my hand out and
After 5
with a
miles, keep
firm
left.
handshake introduce myself.
Okay, so mannerisms. That's what. So there's different mannerisms that you would teach another. Okay, so I could understand that because I'm not pounding up my son. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand. I'm not
Yeah.
teaching him
So I
how to
mean
do
that's
that.
just one small example. I mean my dialogue with my wife is gonna with a woman is gonna be
It's gonna
10
be
times
totally
different than it's gonna
different.
be with a woman
Hell
than a
yeah.
man.
Wait, okay,
I
so
agree with him 100%.
I know you do. I know you do. But all right, so listen. All right, so but in the example of what you were saying about the husband being able to, the mother not being able to teach the son about how to, when a woman comes home from work and she's tired and we're gonna sit there and talk about it, you couldn't do that to your daughter when she had a hard day in school and sit her down and say, hey, what was going on with the people in your school and why
But
you why
that's
did you
not.
act
But
like
that's
this?
not. That's totally different than.
That's nurturing. That's not. That's not.
Aren't you more
That's
nurturing
not
your
a.
wife? It's the same thing.
But
Whether it be the
no, no,
No.
no.
mother, the
Men are not
household.
nurturers. We're protectors and
You're
providers.
nurturing your wife. You don't think you're nurturing your wife when you do that?
I mean, when we do
We're
the
showing
nurturing things,
compassion. We're not
we're
nurturing
showing
our wife.
compassion.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're not showing compassion.
exactly.
All right, so you're not I don't know the difference, but the compassion, you're not showing compassion to your child then when she comes home from school and had a hard day at school?
Me showing her compassion is not showing her to be a recipient or any of that. Like I cannot. There is no way I'm ever going to tell a woman. Okay, so if I had a daughter, I would show her how to dress, what not to be doing, etc. As far as me trying to tell a woman that is ran on emotions how to be a woman, that's impossible.
Yeah. Give me an example. Now, now, if you give me the example of I can't teach my daughter how to put a maxi pad on or tampon, then that's more acceptable than the descriptive words that you're giving me. Because I understand you never put a maxi pad on, so of course you're not going to be able to teach your daughter how to do that. That I could understand. That would be a great example.
I don't know how to teach her how to deal with her emotions when she's going through that
There you
stage.
go. Yeah,
Why?
women are emotional creatures. Men are not.
Yes,
And
you are. You
no,
are.
no, we're
You
not. No, we're
absolutely
not.
are.
No, we
Yes,
are
you are.
not. No,
Anger
we are
is an
not.
Good
emotion.
morning, y'all.
Good morning,
Good
Mama.
morning. He can't teach her. He can't
Men,
teach her that because he's never been a woman to experience it to
Thank
show
you.
her.
Oh
He
no,
can't do
Thank you,
that. You got
whoever
to
it is
think
talking. Thank
logically,
you.
Adrian. It
no,
ain't just about
I'm
everything being
okay. Go ahead.
equal. If you never been a man, you can't teach a man what a man do. You
Okay,
can't do that. You can attempt to. You can
I've
tell
done
him
it.
what you've
I've done
seen.
it.
You can tell him, excuse me, let me finish. You can
Yeah.
tell him what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've seen other men do, but you've never experienced it firsthand as a man. There's a difference. We always try to say, well, we can do it, we can do it. Yeah, you can because you've been watching other men do it. So you think, okay, well, I can do that. So you do the same thing, trying to teach the children the same thing, but you only did it by watching. You never experienced it because you would never be a man. That's
Okay.
impossible.
Okay.
And
So.
like they would never experience some of the things we experience because they would never be a woman. So they can't logically teach the child from experience. They're
Okay.
teaching from knowledge as opposed to experience. That's what I'm trying to say.
now the
Thank you.
child can get experience by seeing that man and that woman interact with each other. They can see that for themselves and live that experience and move forward from there. But as far as a single parent teaching the opposite sex something to that nature, no, it's not gonna happen.
Good morning, Empress.
Morning.
I
Good
think that's why
morning.
it's
Yeah,
so
I just wanted
much.
to
That's why
piggyback
it's
off
so
of
much
what Truck said.
competition.
I normally don't agree with Truck. I be fighting with him in the boxes, but I gotta agree with because I grew up with my mom and daddy together. So when I date men, and I look at them, if you don't bring the minimum of what my daddy used to do, your ass is out the door quickly. I don't need to be
Already.
bothered.
There you go.
Because if you
Already.
ain't taking care of your household, if you ain't doing this, that, and the third, I saw my daddy take care of his whole household and another one too. Have babies everywhere, still take care of everything. So when a nigga tell me they can't
There
pay
you
a
go.
bill, I look at them like they crazy as fuck. Cause I ain't got time. My daddy took care of households that wasn't even here, so I could give a damn about what you got going on. You a man, you make it happen. You better bring it home and get it on the table, baby. Cause that's what my daddy did. So
Hold
I
on
don't
now.
know nothing else, and I ain't finna accept nothing less.
Already.
So
There you go.
I
After
just
half
wanted
a
to
mile,
jump
keep
in.
left.
So I think it was I think it was Truck who said that, oh well, women are emotional, and I'm not
That
gonna
was
know
me.
how to. Oh, okay, sorry, Chris. Okay, let me get the dummy
After
right.
900
Uh,
feet, keep left
so
towards Interstate 280 west.
so
You can talk
so
without being rude.
No, she right. I said it. Women are emotional creatures, and
Right,
men are
exactly. It
not.
was a dummy. It was a
so
dummy
Follow the
comment.
highway.
it's not that women are emotional creatures. It's that as men, you've been socialized not to recognize what most of your emotions are. Um, in fact, if I asked you to list off emotions that aren't joy or anger, you probably would have a hard time giving me more than a couple. But you
When
haven't learned, you've been socialized not to recognize most of your emotions, and thus you can't process them properly. You're still feeling them, you just don't recognize what they are.
no,
And
no.
now,
That's not it. That's not what I was saying. What I
wait,
was saying.
but
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
you
listening.
were saying, you're not gonna know how to, how to teach her how to deal with her emotions during the time of the month. Well, what if okay, let's use me as an example. I'm not an emotional person during my time of the month, and this bitch has been coming for a long time. Okay, so um, does that mean that I can't raise a daughter?
That's still not what I'm saying when I say that. I'm trying to get you to understand when I say men are not emotional creatures like women. Women plan, plot, and strategize to make things go a certain way. Men, we
So that would
Neanderthals. We
actually be
just do it.
logic.
We do it. If it work out our way,
That would
we did.
actually be logic and strategy,
No,
not
no. But what I'm
emotion.
saying is, when I say emotional, in a sense, women tend, if things don't go a certain way that they got planned, they get very very frustrated. Us as men, we just do the shit, and if it work out in our favor, that's good. If not, we'll deal with it later. That's just us.
I get
That's who
I
we
get
are as men.
frustrated. I get frustrated when men use words that don't mean what they think they mean. That's when
I
I
get
get frustrated.
frustrated when women take my words and twist it around into something else.
No,
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 no.
I went by
It's
what
by
you just said.
definition.
Maybe I didn't articulate it in the way that you. It's just like it's just what I'm saying is it's the same way as far as is respect to your elders. A lot of people say, "Oh, my elders is disrespectful. My elders can't teach me nothing. My elders this, my elders that." I might not be able to tell you the square root of 754, but I can tell you how to walk across the street and not get hit by a car. I've been breathing on this earth a little longer than you. I might not have what you want, but I got what you need.
So let me ask you though, can you teach that to a woman and a boy and a girl, or you just teaching that to the boys?
You could
Hey, I'm
teach
about to
that.
hop
You
off.
could teach life
I'm about to
survival
start
skills
driving.
to anybody.
Got it. Good
That
morning.
don't that just because you surviving in life don't mean you a man or a woman. Ask Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, but I guess what we're saying is if you're teaching these stuff to people, whether they're boys, what's the difference between teaching a man teaching it to a daughter versus
Well,
a
I lead
Because
by
men are not
I
ran on emotions. We can't.
exactly.
I will never be able to tell.
You
Okay,
realize
let
that
me finish without being interrupted.
That's an emotion right there. Frustration,
Men
right?
men run on facts.
Good morning,
Women run
Tua.
on emotions. So,
There you
for
go.
example, a woman is going to handle a situation or move her next actions determining on her emotions 90% of the time. Me, I'm going to run off facts. I got to go over there and get that done no matter what it costs me.
so. When men sent our military into Iraq based on fucking lies, were those the facts that you were talking about?
The
What?
facts were they had a job to do and they had to go do it regardless of what the lies were. They
Yeah,
they went off.
exactly.
Listen to what I said. When
Okay.
men sent our military into
Yes.
war in Iraq
Mm-hmm.
based on lies, are those the facts you're talking about? Because it's men.
We can say yes
It was men who cooked up the lies and sent the military in. So I'm not talking
Okay.
about the military members who had to follow their orders. I'm talking about the men who made up the lies.
It was a man who wrote the Bible, but you don't question that.
Actually,
And then in the Bible, it say don't put your faith in man.
Wait. So,
And man wrote the Bible.
Wait, so your illogical behind just made an assumption there. I'm deconstructing, or have been deconstructing for a long time. So yes, I do question the fuck out of the Bible, and have since I
Me
was a
too.
child.
So the answer to that question is, if you got 100 men ready to go that are armed and was told to do a job, they went to go do their job. They cannot answer for what went on behind
Once
the
again,
scenes
I
that they
need
do
you
not
to.
know.
You know what? If you are so logical, I need you to follow the logic of what I said. The logic is not based on. I'm not basing my question on the members of the military who were given orders, or as you put it, a job to do. I keep focusing on the people who made up the lies and then created the orders. But you keep tap dancing around that. You're pirouetting like a goddamn ballerina. You can take off your point
It,
shoes now.
Because it's
it
being
Take off
was
your
emotional.
point
Because they're
shoes.
being
Sit down
emotional.
and
They
have the
don't realize it.
conversation.
it wasn't just men made those orders though. So you know.
When we went into
After
Iraq,
1.5 miles, keep left.
Iraq, tell me the women who were in charge.
Oh, we had several generals. I served in Desert Shield
Tell
and
me,
Desert Storm,
tell me the
Navy and the
women.
Army.
It was a story.
We had women
Just be
admirals.
a
We
lady
had
and just learn your place and your
No.
position.
They were
it
part
was
of the.
it's
They
a
were part
lady.
of. They were part of the ones taking the orders. They were not the ones who made up the lies and
After
the
3/4 of a mile, keep left towards
made up
Interstate
the
80
lies
west.
and the
At Better
orders.
Gap.
How do you try? Let's let them have you. Go ahead. You got it. You got it. Because you're being way too technical right now. Illogical. And then,
I keep pointing back to it like,
because we're talking about emotions, right? So they're okay. So
No.
let's go back to the basics, right? What are kind of emotions, right? So you got, like you said before, Empress, joy, happiness, right?
No. Don't list them off. Let the men.
Now keep left.
Well, we gotta list them off because we don't use them often as
You don't
women.
use anger. You know, anger is an emotion, right?
No, I said you list
If you
some
let the anger,
emotions
if you let
other than joy or emotion. I mean, or anger. Other than
listen,
joy or anger.
when daddy get up and go to work in the morning, he can be angry, he can be sick, he can be mad, he can be happy. You don't show that to your
not an emotion.
you don't show that to your family.
Can I give you an example? Right? You're driving your
Yes,
truck,
ma'am.
right? Several times
Yep.
I've heard you yell at the person that was driving too close to you, right?
You ain't hear me yell because I wake and bake every day.
That's
I
anger,
don't give
that's
a damn.
frustration. Isn't that emotion?
I don't get frustrated anymore.
You wasn't frustrated. I heard
did.
you
I
yelling
used
at a
to.
car that couldn't hear you, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna do all that yelling. I'm gonna hit the
Okay,
cone
you
one
got
more time and keep
all right.
pushing.
You just can't answer the question.
We ain't getting no strokes in here.
Oh,
But
wow.
I understand what you're saying
I
though.
was arguing with you. Look at that.
I understand what you're saying though.
I'm sorry. Look, you got me all excited. I can't even be on camera. Mama Money, close your ears, man. Mama Money, have you noticed that yet lately? Because you're gonna start. It's always gonna be like that. It's always gonna be. It's always gonna be like this.
Huh?
I don't have that problem.
You will. You will. Okay. I didn't have that problem either. My mother is 80 years old, right? Or no, she's 83 years old. She had a breast reduction when she was 70. I don't know why she decided to do it when she was 70, but she decided to do it when she's 70. And the other day she was telling me, she's like, Adrian, she's like, I had to buy these bras because she's like, I'm tired of going to the grocery store and she's like, and everybody, and I keep on feeling like all the men are looking at me. And I'm like, they're not looking at you, Mom. She's like, yes, they're looking at me because all my headlights are on all the time. She's 83. I said, nobody's looking at your 83-year-old titties. She's like, yes, they are, because I got 20-year-old titties on me.
That's not necessarily going to happen to everybody. Just because it's happening to you.
No, because
it's not happening to me.
You have them?
Huh?
You have fake ones?
No.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about implants. That's what I'm talking about, implants. Because I'm talking about implants. My mother had implants. I have implants. So I was talking about that. So what happens? They take the nipple off. Was that so much information for the men? But since you want to know about, I'm going to teach you about being a woman. They take the nipple off and they put the nipple back in.
Teach you about being a woman.
Because literally, because that's what it is. So you lose that.
Where you find her at? This lady crazy. I like her.
Chum, you don't know who I am?
I couldn't see them. I just saw Chosen when I came in.
I know who you are. You know we have a lot of mutual friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, Adrian, I'm going to tell you something.
I hope good friends.
No.
So, Adrian, I'm not going to have that problem yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I say yeah.
Because I ain't got them back on.
Okay.
They had to take them all the way off.
Okay,
so I got them back on. That's why I said I ain't going to have that problem. Not yet.
Right. And what happens is too, another thing, you don't have any feeling. You don't have any feeling on it either. So what happens? I be with a man and they could sit there and they could be sucking on it as much as they want. So they think they're doing something and they're not doing nothing. That's why I have to sit there and pretend. I'm like, and I gotta sit there.
It's like crazy.
Now she's definitely right about that because I'm getting to the point now where I don't feel anything, and I did it in November.
But they're pretty though.
Yeah. Yes, and they sit up so good, girl. They don't
right
drop
out the window.
Nice.
They throw a man's ego right out the window.
Man, they put the man on the roast pit, brother. They ain't not out the one. They put him on the roast pit.
So we be going ooh and ah in that time too. We want to motivate you. Want to keep it going. Want to give you motivation. Because we're trying to get some too. So why am I going to sit there and shut you down? Nah, I want you to keep going.
But honestly, before I got the implants, it didn't do shit for me either. And then it was just, I guess he was just having pleasure because I wasn't getting shit. It was just, they were just there.
You want to suck in their mommy's boobies?
So let me ask y'all this. So as far as implants is concerned, is that a self-esteem thing within the person to do that, or?
Well, for me, my money definitely has a different reason than I do. For me, right? I used to be a big woman. All my life I've been 300 pounds, right? And so I lost a lot of weight. So my big boobs that I thought was all natural wasn't. And all of a sudden they started hanging to my ankles. And so I had like it was like water balloons. You ever seen a water balloon? How it would be the mat, like before they're thin, they got this big bubble at the top. That's what it was, right? So I wanted to have them up so that I could match my body. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I got them. So it was, and then I told him, I said, give me some handfuls. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be too big. I didn't do it for aesthetically. You know what I mean? My mother, when she did it, I told you, my mother was 70. I don't think it was because of self-esteem issues. She had really big ones, and her back, she claims it wasn't because of her back. And it was, now she's getting older. She couldn't carry these big boobs anymore. So she went ahead and got a reduction so that it could be more manageable for her because she's getting older. So it's different reasons.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, some
hers is natural from the start, though, right?
You can understand being because of self-esteem issues, but when you're grown.
Was hers natural from the start?
I'm just asking.
Were hers natural from the start, though, before she had a reduction?
My mother's? Yeah.
Yes.
She was a 70-year-old woman.
I didn't get mine for
Go ahead, Mom.
I didn't get mine for those reasons. I actually had lumps in my breast, and they didn't know if they were cancerous because they were so small and there were so many. So they categorized me as stage 0 cancer. I went and got a genetics test. The genetics test showed a gene that was 90% chance of me, developing cancer in my reproductive organs. So since they found the gene, as a preventive measure, I went ahead and got rid of all the reproductive organs because I have a 7 and 9-year-old, and it's just me. I have no family. Just got a divorce in 2023, so my ex-husband is on alert at all times for the kids, but I just got to be around for them. So I haven't had cancer or had to go through any chemo or anything like that because I was stage 0. However, it was for preventive measures, medically, not personal reasons.
Right.
But that was a
The
smart
reason,
thing to do at that time, though.
yeah,
It really
yeah.
was.
The reason I asked is because the military got a thing where the insurance pays for breast implants, and they call it self-esteem enhancements. That's what they call it.
Really?
Self-esteem. Yeah, where they do that for the women.
Did a man make that decision?
I have no clue. They was just implementing that when I was getting out of the military.
Well,
So it's been around for quite some time.
you do know that you can get at least partial disability from the military for ED, right?
Hey, I got a
It's not even a joke.
small question. I got a small question.
I'm 100% right now for PTSD. I don't know if you can get it for ED, but
Now, isn't PTSD part of emotions?
Hey, let Chris in and ask his question, y'all. Let's hear what Chris got to ask.
Well, he just came up here. I mean, he's been back. I don't think he was even talking. Good morning, Miss Bernetta.
Hey, so for the
Great
women
Rising,
that
let
have
me know
had
when
to
I
do,
can speak. I don't like to talk over other people, so let me know when I can speak. Good morning, Great Rising to everyone. I have been listening, and I have a couple of things I would like to address. Right now, I'm getting my relaxation and medications in before I speak.
Absolutely. So let me know when you're ready because these men.
I'm ready when
I got a
everybody's ready
feeling
to. When
I got
everybody's
a
ready to
feeling they
to
finna
listen.
address me. Hold on, let me get my medication and then hell
Guilty?
real
Are you
quick. Hold
guilty
on.
conscious? You guilty?
hey, can I get my question off real quick?
Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, for the ladies that have had to do anything with their upper half of their body, I don't know what all I can and can't say. Is it 90% of the time when you get any operation done up there that becomes numb or insensitive, as in the nip part? The reason why I'm asking is my wife wants to get hers done.
So here's the thing. She should go do her own research because not every woman. I don't have the surgery done, but I know not every woman says that they lose sensitivity. So you should have her do her own research, especially since none of the women on this panel are doctors.
It's her body too. But for me, okay, since for me, right? My mom, because that's one of 2 people that I know. Mama Money just got husband. But so for me, yes, I did lose sensitivity, Chris. That's what I was saying. And they're always at attention. They're always at attention. Yeah, so even though I got a bra on, you would never tell because I got a bra. You would never tell because I'm like, hey, how you doing? Sorry, you shouldn't be looking. But good morning, Savage. Oh, did I help you out, Chris? Yes, I don't know. Wanted to know. I guess now he's not listening. Okay, Miss Bernetta, you could go ahead. Good morning to Bless.
Okay. I want y'all to look at me when I'm talking. Hold up.
You want me to put you in the big box?
You can do if you don't have to. You don't have to. I just have on my, you know. It's really about what I want to address. When I first came in, I was scrolling and I was listening, and you all were talking about whether men were emotional or women do things through emotions and men do things because they stand on business. Well, the experiences that I have had raising and helping with 5 grandsons, being married to their grandfathers, dealing with their daddies, my grandchildren's daddies, being married to their granddaddies, dating a few men afterwards, birthing 4 grown daughters and 3 was natural, dealing with men today The ones in office, the ones out of office.
Now keep left.
Women have babies because they have to. And they endure the pain because when you're 9 months, there's no turning around. Men are crying in the delivery room and ain't feeling no pain. So the retrospect that a man would
Follow the
present
highway.
shows me that you're emotional when you say that.
I
Women
say
get
what?
up and take care of their hold up.
No, I was just asking
Women hold. Don't ask nothing till I'm done, because I might answer your question as I'm speaking. But when you're interjecting, see, you being emotional now.
I didn't
Better
hear what
stop
you
being
said,
rude.
You're
lady.
being
How is that being
emotional now. Put me
emotional?
in the big
I'm
box,
51
baby.
years
Put
old.
me in
Nah,
the
Just
you
big
don't
because I
want to
box.
be
see
You're
you
being
don't mean
emotional.
I hear
emotional
you.
now.
I'm
You're being
driving.
emotional now
Just
because you
because
can't even be
how?
quiet.
Just because I'm
You
not
can't
even
even let
looking
me
at you.
talk.
I'm just
You can't
hearing
even
you.
let
You
me
got a
talk.
goddamn shower
You're
cap
being
on and shit.
emotional right now.
All right,
You the
Shirley.
one getting emotional, baby.
No, I'm not emotional,
Oh
baby.
You
I'm
are
man.
sure.
definitely being emotional.
I'm
When you're getting
sure. That's
loud,
why
that's
I asked
being
for the big
emotional.
box after she asked me.
Typical
And that's
woman.
why I have on a bonnet, big
Hold
purple
on,
eyelashes, painted
hold
on
on,
eyebrows,
hold on. So what we're gonna do?
because I'm not emotional.
You
Give me
Wait,
one
you
But
second.
the
want the
Let
big
men
Miss
won't
box?
let
Vanetta,
me
Miss
talk.
Bernetta, Miss
Miss
Bernetta,
Vanetta, let
give,
Empress on my break. I'm sorry.
give me one moment. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let Miss Bernetta say her piece, which
Thank you.
means, hold on, which means that you know what, uh, whoever it was who said, well, I'm not even looking at the camera. You don't need to look in order to hear with your ears. I'm not sure if you understand the logic behind that, but you don't need to look to be able to listen. So we're going to let her say her
That was
piece.
an emotional statement.
You're also doing that right
How
now.
is that
You
emotional?
can
And if I didn't hear
stop,
you,
truck,
I just asked you
stop,
to repeat
truck,
something because I
stop,
didn't hear you.
truck, stop. So what we're going to do is
Just
let
let
her
it go,
say
Trap.
her piece.
I got a song called Just Let It Go. Must I sing it again today?
You know what, Miss
Yeah,
Bernetta? You're doing
it
the
ain't
same
gonna help,
thing.
bro.
You're doing the
Okay.
same
Okay,
thing.
I'm
You're
sorry,
talking over
sweetheart. Go
me.
ahead. Hooty hoo.
So what we're gonna do is
Let me,
let her say her
let me
piece,
mute up.
and then if you have things to say in response, we can go through in an orderly fashion. But we're gonna let her say her piece, and we're gonna keep it to a moderate amount of time, Miss Bernetta.
If she
Okay,
doesn't get
what
off
is?
the
Could
I'm
you
sure
give
she
me a
can.
time basis? What is the moderate amount? Because I
Uh,
sat up here for
Two
at least
minutes.
2 minutes before I said
uh,
anything. So what is? Give me a time.
uh, 423. You notice how she didn't ask you? Okay. So do you think you could keep it to like a
2
couple of
minutes.
minutes? You know what?
423. Who are
423.
Okay.
you anyway? I
I
didn't even say
You know
apologize.
what?
anything to you.
I'm gonna be good.
Anyway, this is how we get. You see how
Man.
it could get thrown off, and we could just get
So,
thrown off.
let's let her. If you could keep it to like 2 or 3 minutes, and we can move on from there. Okay. If
I let
not,
him
just
finish
break
it
it
then.
off.
We got it. We got it, Empress, and so does Miss
If
Burnett. We
not,
all get at the end of the day.
just we can break it off into sections because what we want is to keep the panel moving.
I don't have a lot of time, baby. I got a lot to
Okay.
do. Let
All
me
right.
say this.
That's fine.
I could have already been done. We've spent 2 minutes talking about this. Let me say, because I'm a fast speaker, a fast rapper, a fast ender, and a closer. Let me go on and close this out real quick. Men are very emotional. I'm done with that. Number two, I had breast cancer. My mother died with was unalive from breast cancer. My daddy had it. My daddy had brain and lung. My brother had colon cancer. Okay. In the last 25 years, 49 of my family members have been diagnosed with cancer. And guess what? Only 4 of us are still here. I want to say this. I had the geno test over there at Yale too after my cancer treatment, and it was found that it wasn't hereditary. I want to say this, that if you can believe the doctors and you believe what they say to go and let them remove your breasts, it's your choices, or put anything in your breast. I don't believe nothing they say. They told me that I wouldn't be here in 90 days if I didn't remove mine. I wish I could show you how beautiful they are. And I do have fillings from the back of the breast to the side to the nipple. Let me say this. They told me that I would be unalived as I was fighting stage 3.2 massive aggressive breast cancer. I would suggest people to stop Googling everything on this app, on Google, and stop listening to everything that they tell you and go back to your original knowledge of not, if you don't have the knowledge, go and research where you came from. Because let me share this with you, baby girl, and guys alike who are so emotional and the ones who are not. 2,800 men in the United States get breast cancer a year. So what do they cut off of them? And I'm very sensitive about this because one of my good girlfriends, only 38 years old, just passed away in November after she let them cut her breast off 2015. It came back with a vengeance. So the way to get rid of cancer, the way not to get it, is to not eat and treat your body like a trash can. Don't eat like your parents. Don't eat the red meat. Stop drinking sodas, stop smoking cigarettes, and stop letting emotional men stress you out. And you will beat the cancer, and you will not have to get cancer, because cancer is nothing but literally parasites and worms that are eating you from the inside out. And where that comes from, baby, it don't come from a doctor cutting your breast off or not cutting your breast off. It comes from what you do after they're cut off. You can still get cancer. It can go to your womb. It can go to your organs. I see it happen all the time. I'm in the nutritional industry, and I counsel hundreds of people a day, a month on cancer who they listen to the doctors first. They listen to them first. And the whole time I was going through my treatment, my surgeon, I'm going to close it because I know I only had 2.5 minutes, but sometimes the anointing needs to be spoken a little longer than 2 minutes. I sit here and listen for 5 minutes, and it was making my spirit cringe. So what I want to say, it's amazing how when I come up with some facts and some truth, I get timed. Let me say this to you. I'm ready to go, though. I'm ready to go, though, because I got other platforms who are calling for me right now.
I do have a question.
So I want to say this. Cleanse your system, because the cancer can move to your stomach. Cleanse your system. It doesn't matter if what the test said. What matters is this, how you're treating your body. I'm 62 years old, baby. Out here looking like a whole snack after cancer, after breaking my back going through chemo. But you know what I was doing? I was drinking my detox tea. And I was at the top hospital in the country, one of them, which is Yale New Haven Hospital, which is walking distance from my bed where I'm sitting at.
Okay. So
Can wait, Empress, 1 second.
Can I listen to the host 1 second? Can I please listen to the host? Thank you.
The question of
what
the
you
day,
say, Adrian?
My actual live today was about, I have, always have well, you don't know, but I have a question of the day. My question of the day, and it goes back to a little bit of what you were saying, right? The question of the day is, what was your favorite game growing up?
Hopscotch.
So that was my answer too. Hopscotch, right?
And I apply that in my life today. Sometimes you gotta hop off the hot squares, even though it seems clear and closer.
I love it.
You better hop to the square that makes the most sense, that your ancestors who's gone on long before you abided by. This culture over here will have you botched and messed up.
Like, I honestly agree. That's why I like to have very lighthearted lives and talk about things that are that we could just, because our lives outside is just hard enough, right? So
and the reason I wear purple every day is because this conversation about the big C is very emotional to me.
Absolutely.
It's very emotional to me because I lived the heartache of losing my mother and my father and my brother and plenty of young cousins and uncles. And it was all through the family reunion food that we were eating.
All right.
And the stress from the emotional men that we was living with.
Adrian, let me jump in.
Okay, sweetheart. Dumb it on up.
You didn't answer my thing. But thank you, Miss Vanetta, for answering my question for me
Thank
today.
you, sweetheart.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for the
for
amazing
allowing me to your
information you
panel.
gave us.
I got 3 other panels calling
I
for
know
me
you
right
do.
now.
I
But
know
go
you
ahead,
do.
baby. You wanted to address me?
No, she
wait,
doesn't.
no, I'm not
Okay, darling.
addressing
Thank
her.
you.
I
Bye
am
You're
not.
welcome.
bye.
You have a great rest of your day, Miss
I'm not
Vanetta.
addressing. I'm not addressing her.
That's okay. She's leaving. It's okay. That's fine. Good morning, Big Philly.
But
You have to
I don't
answer my
I don't
question,
want
though,
to drop
Empress. You
before
didn't
she
answer my
speaks because I
question,
want to see what she's
Empress.
gonna say.
Oh,
I want to address your
because
emotional
there was
ass.
a lot of medical advice just then. I would like
Empress
to
is
say
fine,
that
Empress.
the views and opinions expressed by the panelists are solely those of the panel.
I'm not responsible.
Do not represent Adrian or her platform.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't
We
even.
already know that.
4, 2, 3. But okay, so Empress.
So wait, I do want to chime in. So I was the one that said that I had mine removed for that, for the reason. So for me, all of that is well and good. I pray and keep God, close to me. But again, let me stress this. I have no family. I was adopted. I don't even know my family history. I have 2 children that are on the spectrum. Even if I had to go to chemo, I couldn't find a babysitter. I would have nobody to watch my kids. Their dad lives in South Carolina, 5 hours away. I have nobody.
I'll be your sister, baby.
Excuse me, but for me, I had to do it because I can't take the time to do treatments. I can't take the time to run back and forth to the doctor. So my lifestyle right now required me to do it so that I don't get it now. If it
I
comes back
understand why you think
later,
like that.
after I can prepare for them, then that might be okay. But that's what I'm doing right now because I'm setting it up for them. So they don't have nothing to worry about, even if I do leave here. I just need enough time to do.
Well, you
And
think
that's
it's
the
right
time that I
to
was
her
buying
emotionally.
by doing that. It wasn't about natural this, that. I don't give a damn if I don't never feel a breast in my life. But my children need to be taken care of.
Baby,
making
all
sure
I'm
for
saying is
them.
that
I've
doesn't
been here
guarantee that the
46
cancer doesn't
years.
come back.
I don't have to be here 46 more, but I need them to be here 46
Baby,
more
all
years.
I'm
So
saying
I'm
is
gonna
that
make sure
does
they
not
take care of.
guarantee
And
that it
Stop over
doesn't
ain't
come
talking.
nothing
back.
guaranteed. Nothing in life is
I think she
guaranteed but
understands
God.
that.
Okay,
That's it.
I'm
Nothing in
done.
life is guaranteed but
She
God.
understands
But I'm
that.
gonna do the precautionary measures that I can.
Okay, get
And
off of
if they
red
don't
meat if
work,
you're on
if
it.
they
Don't
don't
eat
work,
crab
it was
legs. Don't
God's
eat
Man, be quiet.
will.
shellfish.
Let us
It was
hear.
God's will if they don't work
Dang.
anyway. So it ain't stopping nothing. It ain't making nothing increase. It's still God's will. If He anticipates
Amen.
it, if
Ooh.
He made it in my life, it's still gonna happen, no matter
Amen.
what I
That's
do.
right.
Good
So
That's
morning,
right,
Miss.
mama.
I just gotta live with it the best way I can. But what
God
I'm
don't give
saying is,
us
for right
cancer,
now,
baby.
I could not deal with what comes with taking treatments right now. So I needed to buy
That's
this
okay.
time to prepare for my children in case
God
I'm
don't
not
give
here.
us cancer.
Amen.
Okay, all right. Listen, it's not a debate. It's not a debate, and we're not gonna sit here and judge people for the decisions that they logically make, right? Because
Listen.
and going back to what we were saying, trucker, Mama Money didn't go off of her emotions. She went off of logically because
Yes, she did.
she
She said
really
men
thought
stress you
about
out
this
and
shit
give you
before she did
counsel.
it. You know
Y'all
what I'm
wouldn't let us
saying?
hear. We couldn't even hear for the other lady hollering.
4,
Damn.
2, 3. I
Yeah.
don't even know who you are and who you talking to. Can you just be patient and wait? Because I was talking, right? So
I'm sorry.
no, that's okay.
I
Just be careful.
apologize.
Just
But
be
I
careful.
wanted to hear what mama said because she had stuff.
Okay, but you okay?
Man, shut up.
Okay, y'all got me. I give. I
You
give.
know we got it. But so what I was just saying, like what Mommy with Money was saying, and Mama Money, I love your now I love your strength. I love your strength because it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And you do a lot. It's a lot. If you don't, anybody knows who Mama Money is, she does a fucking lot. And so she had to think logically about this decision that she had to make, and she did think logically about it. She didn't just go off of her emotions. She went logically. So I appreciate you being so vulnerable with us and sharing your story. I didn't want to say it when I was talking about mine because it's not my story to tell. That's the reason why you were able to go ahead and say what you were going through and what you went through. And I appreciate you doing have to saying that because you didn't have to say that at all. And for anybody that was listening, you could understand. You could understand that that as well. I mean, I just want to have people to have
Thank you.
empathy for each other and understanding for each other. We don't have to agree with each other, but we can have empathy for each other, right? I don't know. All right, so 423. Since you keep
I
on,
can say something.
go ahead.
How many energized batteries you put in the morning when you get up?
I drink a lot of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Good morning, brown sugar. Good morning, Robin. I drink a lot of coffee in the morning.
I respect you, baby. You got that swag.
I know.
Nigga gotta be like Steph Curry on the basketball court to keep up with you.
I know. That's why nobody can handle me. Nobody can handle me.
Like your style, though, baby. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. 423. And what's your favorite game growing up?
Shit, trying to get me some of them damn Debbie snacks.
Eating was what a game that you played when you were growing up?
Yeah, you go in the store and try to get them for the man get you before you get out the store. Goddamn games I played.
It was a game?
Yeah.
It's around.
Now, we shot marbles. You know what marbles are?
Who?
Marbles. Everybody know what marbles are?
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah, I'm glad to be alive, baby. I don't went through that cancer thing too. I ain't no spring chicken, and I'm fine looking, so I ain't mad about that.
I'm sure you are. I love me a fire, man. Okay, so you playing marbles. That's an old ass game. That's like pickup sticks. Were you playing pickup sticks as well?
Nah, we ain't playing no pickup sticks.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I've seen a whole lot of things in my lifetime, baby.
I'm sure
been in the Navy and everything. Been around a lot of women too.
I'm
that
sure
woman just got through talking. She about half crazy. She don't care what nobody say.
We're all crazy. We're all crazy. Even the men.
I like her though. I still like her though.
Exactly crazy one way or another.
How you doing, Truck?
Man, you know what? I want to say something. Mommy, I'm going to tell you right now, I respect how you came across and said what you said. And I understand everybody go through problems in life. You know, everybody has traumatic problems in life, this and that or what have you. But when that other lady came in with all that purple on, that shit was so animated. I'm not gonna even lie to you. She was in her feelings more than anybody.
I thought you were gonna go to sleep without them damn eyelashes, man. Those heavy looking eyelashes.
You gotta do that. Don't stop.
Oh man,
I ain't never known no man to give no woman cancer.
Men can't teach a woman, a girl. All the things that y'all passionate about your 1930th century.
Hey, Adrian. Let me say one thing. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Please. Okay.
This is what.
Guys, I just released my album, 423 Spoons. It's on Spotify and everything. The title called Cheating with Crack.
You can't say that word. Don't can't say that word. I got banana because I said that word.
No, it was just the title of the album. I apologize.
I said my dog was like, and I got reported for that.
I apologize.
My dog I didn't. It was nobody in person. Do you have? Okay, so you do that. Can you play for us now, or you just not ready for us right now?
Well, I just woke up with the latest.
Okay, when I say, well, listen, I like. Thank you for my roses.
When I say you do, you say what? Okay.
Say what? Okay, say what?
That's right. You know how to say what? When I say you do, you say what? You ready? Mm-hmm. You do.
Okay, me.
Yeah, you say what? That's your part. Say what? You ready?
Say what?
You do. Nobody can do it, girl, like you do.
Say what?
Nobody can do it, girl, like you do.
Say what?
Anybody can wash my clothes, but nobody can curl my toes. Nobody can do it, girl, like you do.
Say what?
Nobody can do it, girl, like you do.
Say what?
Nobody can do it, girl, like you do.
Say what?
Baby, like Freddie Mac, for you, I spend them stacks, cause nobody can do it, girl, like you do.
Oh, say what?
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, that's on 423 Spoons album. Just type in 423
Where you from,
Spoons album.
423? Where you from, man? Where you from?
I'm from Tennessee, man. Born and raised, joined the Navy. I'm a volunteer.
Already, I was one too. I did 4 in the Navy, 4 in the Army.
I like to promote people who got talents, who got business, who anything that possible. So can you go ahead? Now I got you on the big screen because I wasn't ready for it. Go ahead. How can people go ahead? You said you just came out with a new album, and where can they find that at?
No, it's on Spotify. It's called 423 Spoons. Just type in 423 Spoons album, and it'll pop up and you see topic on you that said topic. Press that, okay? And it's just some blues songs.
It sounds amazing. I can't wait to listen to it. Thank you so much, 423 Spoons.
No, thank you for letting me be on your platform.
Oh, absolutely. And I like that. That's what I like to do. I don't like to get into discussions where whose opinion is right and who's a fact and who that. I like to have a good time. We have a lot of great talent, a lot of great people, a lot of great personalities, a lot of promoting. I like to promote people's business. Miss Renetta, she promotes healthy living. She sells teas that you drink in the morning. And to get your energy back up. So that's the reason why I enjoy it. She has a lot of talent as well. And I like to promote people's talent and their businesses. And I think sometimes we get caught up on the technology things and who's right, all this other stuff, and it gets carried away. And that's why I like to bring people back with a question of the day. So
I like to thank Mama for sharing. That was very insightful what she said. Thank you, Miss Mama.
It was very heartfelt, right? I felt it. I felt it in my heart.
She was just calm and expressed herself. And thank you, Miss Empress, for trying to control us wild people. And Chris, I like your style, man. You got patience. You got that patience of Job, man. God, your wife got a good man, bro. I appreciate all y'all this morning. Y'all brighten me up.
And thank you for your entertainment today. We're gonna have to go check you out on Spotify. 423 Spoons. Y'all make sure y'all put the album up and let's check it out.
Did I do good too? 423. Did I do good with my ad-lib?
Baby, if I had lipstick on my lips, it'd be on my ears from that smile you put on my face.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And sorry nobody likes you, Big J. Jesus, these names that people nobody likes you with these names. At least your name goes with you, right? You play spoons. Truck and Choke, you guys do those things, but some people, these names be out of control. But I am going to work. I have to sign into work in about 10 minutes. I gotta decompress. I'm sorry, I don't even know. Somebody came up here. Cavemen, do you have hi, good morning, beautiful Cavemen. And Empress, you didn't even answer my question. Empress, what game did you like when you were younger? Hey, go.
Probably Foursquare when we were out on the playground.
Foursquare, that's a good one. I like Foursquare too.
When they went to basketball.
Sorry, say that again. 423.
Was that the one with the basketball?
No.
Usually a rubber ball.
Yeah, how you play that game? Ain't that where you hit the rubber ball from square to square?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that when I was small too, man. They put that twist on that ball, you'd be in trouble.
Well, listen, according to Chosen, I don't know if he was here. Chosen was saying what they would do is take the ball and they wrap it up in newspaper and then they will burn it on fire to make it hard. And play baseball with it. I was like, that's different.
I don't know about that.
See, Chosen?
Stickball. You play stickball.
Yeah, that was stickball.
Something else. Chosen called it something else. Thank you for sharing that, Empress. I think that say it again.
Get to Cavemen before you have to log off.
Yes, Cavemen. Good morning, Cavemen.
Good morning. I'm sorry, I just got off work. I had to step into the shower, but it was very entertaining. I want to thank you all for the laughs this morning. My favorite game was the game of Twister. I enjoyed playing Twister as a kid.
Ooh, I like Twister.
What is Twister?
I like Twister as an adult too. Good morning, my Bella.
Yes.
What is
Much more
Twister,
fun as
y'all?
an adult.
I know it's even funner when you're an adult. Oh, thank you for my puff hearts, and thank you so much. Thank you for giving us the vision of you in your shower.
You're welcome.
Close your ears, and close your eyes. Don't use your imagination.
I'm gonna use mine. I'm a man.
All right, well, thank you for joining. I'm sorry that you came. I usually come around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because I do have to log into work around 8:30. So I'm sorry that you came at the last minute of it. We discussed a lot of things today. As you could tell, I usually try to make it lighthearted. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't get lighthearted and we got to talk about serious issues. So hopefully next time you guys can come ahead and join me if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you're an early riser like I am, or you're a truck driver who just needs company while you're driving your trucks. Definitely come in and hang out with me tomorrow at around 3 o'clock. I love you guys. You guys have a great rest of your day and make it great on purpose, okay?
You do the same. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Chosen.
Bye-bye. Be safe.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.